Huzzah! There we are. Good afternoon, good evening, good night, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you may be. We are here for another session of Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay 4th Edition. We are closing in on Drachenfels currently at Moorlandfurt with the group. Ludwig cannot make it today, and from here on, and thus, well, we'll talk about what Ludwig's up to in a moment. Hello to all the players. Hi.
Hello.
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 Good to have you back. Nice to be back. Passing the time in some just utter nonsense, which is the perfect thing to do with the world like this. Right, quick recap. We have last session the group hearing that in Moorlandfurt there were a couple of witch hunters that seemed to be executing anyone with the slightest excuse. Gambling in particular was their sort of one of their panaches. So the group decided to visit a gambling den at midnight, and strangely enough it was about to be broken into by a large group of thugs and a witch hunter, and fortunately Ludwig decided to intervene, buy some time, and somehow prevented a witch hunter from doing stuff for a bit, or at least a few of his thugs. Some of his prayers did a bit of dicey BS, and it was quite magical. But I believe it is now about 1 AM. No one knows where Ludwig is right now, but the group of you... Actually, no, Ludwig will have followed behind. He knows where Grandmother's is, so the group of you are, I assume, running back to Grandma's at about 1 AM.
Grandma's? We're in Moorlandfurt.
Ah, you're in Moorlandfurt. Apologies. Yes, of course you are. So going back to the tavern or wherever the hell you like, your horse, it's up to you. What are you doing?
The dwarven
tavern
thing? Yeah.
So the trading post where Oleg and cart is?
Yep, that's where the cart
where we're
is.
Yep. So, going to be going back there, I guess.
Okay. Town's quiet at this point. As you're making your way through the streets, there is a little bit of noise, a few rustling window shutters, people poking their head out. No one actually sticking their head out. You can just see the occasional eyeball peeping through a crack in a door as you briskly make your way through the streets. It's a little bit misty. Vision, you can probably see about 20 yards in front of you. It's the River Bogan. It is the Curse of the Bogan. And you probably have about 5 minutes of moving through such terrain before making your way back to your cart, which is round the back of the tavern where you left it. Still locked and secured. The horse, among 3 others, is currently resting. Over to you. And Oleg, you can hear behind you the footsteps of Ludwig, breathing rather heavily as he catches up with you. Seemingly had been sprinting for some time.
Okay. So Oleg kind of watches everybody approach, I'm assuming, because he's been with the cart the whole time. Wasn't involved in the gambling den.
Yes.
Everybody looks rather winded. Did something happen?
Well,
You know something happened.
What did you expect? Although it was
Um,
Yoris's fault this time.
the beginnings?
Witch hunters.
Yeah, that's not good. So are we going to sleep or are we leaving?
I
Leaving.
think it is best if we just go.
Okay. Well, the cart is there. I don't know how to row a cart, so maybe one of you should take care of that.
Just moving the
I'll
map
drive.
over. Don't mind me.
I guess I could.
You want to drive? Okay, you drive. I call crossbow. That is old world speak for shotgun.
Sorry, that hit me just right.
Okay. So you're just busting out, making a break for it, getting out of town.
Yep.
Okay. A sensible thing to do. Takes a few minutes to unfasten the horse, open up the doorway. The streets are clear. You can make your way through. You did not, strangely, hear any guards on the way here. Perhaps would strike you as a little bit unusual, given typically when there are gunshots inside a town or black powder weapons being discharged, one would expect someone to come rushing towards it, but not here.
No.
Not here. They have
We
been...
know who runs it here.
Yeah, indeed. So, a few minutes later, you are toward the edge of town, a mixture of riding on top of the cart for Rogel and running alongside with the others. As you are making your way there, Ludwig, seemingly contemplating to himself, turns towards the group, explaining that the issue with the witch hunter is not something that he can leave. He is duty bound by oath and by his god as his witness. He must see the matter through, but when he is done he will catch up with you. His intention is to find someone to report this to. Seemingly the witch hunter had not been conducting any form of trials, and Ludwig wants to try his hand at some form of legal trickery. But he knows where you are headed, hands you the map, or one that he had crudely drawn himself, and disappears into a street, instructing he will meet you at the location, or attempt to catch up if he can find a way to gain a horse for himself.
Okay, bye-byes. Yeah, good luck with that, Ludwig.
Good luck, yes. Now watch out for children, eh?
Just do not watch them too much, though, because that is weird.
Good
Oh my
advice.
god.
Right. You're at the edge of town. You can see the gate in front of you. It is a small gate, it's not currently closed, but left ajar. Not quite
So
enough
not
for a
fully
cart.
open?
Not fully open, but it doesn't seem to have anyone manning it currently.
Ah, look at, you know, Ringel shines upon us. Blesses
Oleg
us.
is going to advance cautiously to the gate and take a peek through.
Okay. It is dark, but you do have night vision, so we'll forgo the test. Coast is clear. The guards seem to have abandoned their post, if anything. Although you can hear a little bit of chatter coming from the wall up above you. Sounds like two guards conversing. The wall is probably some 15 to 20 feet high, of sort of modest stone construction, but you can still hear them.
Can
Can't
you
be
make
too
out what they're saying?
If you make me a test, you can.
Test, huh?
Would be perception, I guess. Don't know how I did that.
Just a challenging test for me. Right. Oleg, you can hear one trying to hush the other one. Trying to get him to keep quiet. It sounds like the two of them are just trying to keep their heads down. Seemingly they're panicked.
What are they saying?
It sounds like they are scared of something and they just do not want to deal with anything. So if we try and sneak out now, maybe they won't stop us.
Sounds like a good excuse.
It's pretty obvious that you're there from a cart approaching, but they haven't stuck their head out.
So, how heavy is this gate to push? Do you need more than one person?
No, it's a decent shove for you, but you're able to swing it open.
Okay. So the gate gets pushed open, and Oleg immediately still decides to try and sneak out the front.
Okay. As you swing the door open, you can hear one of them up above Hey, I think someone's opening the gate. Shut up! Keep your head down. Don't draw any attention here. That's about it, before the two of them go back to being quiet again. You're able to pass through the gate. In front of you, hills, mountains, and a large grassy plain beforehand. Perhaps 2 days' travel, at most. If one is quick, maybe a day and a half. That would be your estimate, at least, to the small village in question. But, as it is the middle of the night, what is your plans?
To book it.
We should put some distance between us and the village before stopping properly.
Yes.
Yep, just make haste. Okay, fine.
I will take point and lead the donkey.
Rogel, if you're booking it, do you want to make an animal handling test for me? This will be...
I certainly could.
This will be an average test, and this is just simply to get as much speed as you can, gain some distance. Charm animal will drive. Drive will do. Drive will do. Skill we haven't used in a little while. Perfect. Okay, you're able to seemingly get a little bit of life into this horse, despite the fact it's in the middle of the night and you expect it was most likely in the middle of a nice slumber when you arrived. Still seems fairly fresh, and you're able to pelt it down the road. Cart a little bit rickety. The rest of you are going to have to be jogging to keep up with this, because this is not a cart for the entire party, I'm afraid. This is just road.
Well, I would say we only need to go at fast speed for like 10 minutes just to get some distance, and then we can go back to normal movement down the road.
It's fine. 10 minutes of running, followed by a more gentle pace. You have...
These boys should do athletics to see if they get fatigued.
Yeah, technically for a sprint you would have to. I guess you did roll really well, so yeah, we'll roll endurance, I guess, to see how well you can keep up the pace.
So the rest of us that aren't on it.
Yeah, we'll do average.
Then I.
Then yours was 0.2, yeah, or a fail by only 2. Yeah, so Yoris lags behind a little bit, but Carl even more so. But you will catch up. It's not going to get anyone killed. For a few moments, Carl, you find yourself perhaps some 50 meters behind the group, but the noise the wagon makes is somewhat easy to follow.
As is the road.
As is the road, assuming Rogel sticks to it. But
Most importantly.
10 minutes
How about
later. Theo, yeah. I think we can assume that the dog will be all right.
Yeah.
Probably fitter than the rest of you.
He's on the cart barking at the horse.
Right, so 10 minutes later, Rogel, you slow down a little bit. Carl comes to catch up, slightly out of breath. Over to you guys.
Alright. So now we're back down to a walking pace. Let's figure out what we're doing. Where are we going? What's the next stop on the way?
Well, I don't remember Ludwig saying there was anything between us and where we need to be.
If I recall, there was like a small village. Nothing, not another place with like an inn, basically.
Yes, and we had to meet the person there, but it was not described who.
Was it in that paperwork we were given, however long ago?
Yes.
Yes, you do have the name of the location.
Do we have the name
If
of
you
the
can
person?
read.
Description.
Yes, you do. You have a name and a brief description of what he looks like. A man seemingly of average build, dark hair, a scar on his left cheek, and a crooked knee, making him somewhat easy to recognise.
Hey, I have a crooked knee.
Well, let's go find him then.
Yeah, we probably shouldn't go near any other inhabitants in case they're tied up with those witch hunters and tell them where we've gone. Although the guards are going to have seen which gate we left through.
Yes, but I'm also curious. The guards, they were afraid, but were they afraid of something inside or outside the gate?
I guess we're going to run into it if it's outside.
No more running, please. I'm
We're not.
a bit tired now.
I feel you.
Right. Rogel, would you make me an intelligence test, please? Or do you have navigation? Something to plan the best way to get there.
Navigation. I have navigation. I
Yeah.
have no points in it, so it's intelligence. It's
Yeah, well,
basically
let's do that
intelligence.
then.
Challenging?
This is as you're looking
Go.
at the map, trying to figure out where, because there's not really a commonly used road to get there at the moment, or there hasn't been for some considerable number of years. But you're fairly confident if you keep heading along this road, probably for another few hours, and then just simply go straight through the plains, there may be some remnants of an old road that you can follow where there's not too many trees and rocks. That's your hopes anyway from your roll. You've got a rough idea of where a path may be that will lead you there.
Alright, boys, I know what I'm doing. Follow me.
What could go wrong?
Okay.
Okay.
We might just need to flee somewhere again, but it's okay.
Getting used to that.
Bearing in mind you've not slept.
Hey, this last time wasn't my fault, okay? We can at least say that.
No, that's true.
As you've not slept, are you pushing through the night? Are you staying somewhere? What's the plan?
Well, Oleg actually got like half rest while they were out gambling
Yes.
and stuff.
Oleg's
So-
had, some reasonable
Is
quantity of sleep.
We could set up a camp.
Ooh.
Yeah, we could stop
Go,
somewhere
like-
for a few hours.
Go like 100 meters off the path.
If you would like, I can keep watch while the rest of you take a nap.
That is very kind of you. And George will just sit down and make himself comfortable. Come on.
Okay.
Yeah, we've got somewhere we can camp off the road.
Okay. Certainly you can take your pick. There's a mixture of woodland, the occasional sort of rocky growth. There's no shortage of terrain in which to hide a cart. A little bit difficult to get it off the road at places, but after a few minutes you're able to find a suitable spot and take the cart some 50, 100 yards off-road, somewhere you feel relatively safe. And are you staying the night then? What is the intention?
A few hours until, because it's what, 1:30? By the time we've
Yep.
got to where we are now, so we could sleep until daybreak. That'd be what, 4 hours? 5 hours?
Okay.
Yeah, we could do that.
Right. Oleg, as you're staying watch, do you mind passing me we're going to do a challenging awareness test just to see what you can detect if you're on watch. Okay. During the next few hours, you find a little bit of a cool breeze as the main sort of source of noise. Every now and again, there's the occasional movement of trees, a little bit of a rustle, nothing that sort of ever strikes you as out of the ordinary. You find yourself for a moment thinking that one rustle was slightly more notable than others, but upon checking, you're pretty sure it was just the wind. And the evening passes. Daylight comes, and the sky is fairly clear.
Did we rest enough to do an endurance to gain some wounds?
It's yeah, 1. Yeah, I'd say you probably got 5.5, 6 hours. So for me, sure. I will let you roll a, was it an average endurance test? See if you can recover some wounds. That's not looking so good for Yoris.
No.
Oh,
And you do modify that by your toughness as well, so Rogel, you'll probably still get something out of that.
Yeah, I'll get 2 hit points. I'm up to 21 out of 22.
Nice. Okay.
that would be me fully healed, wouldn't
Damn, Carl!
it? Slept like a log.
Yeah, damn.
Yeah.
Yep, you are... How many hit points did you have?
I was on 8. I'm up to 12.
There you go. Tops you up.
Modified by your toughness bonus.
Yep.
It
You
doesn't
are-
matter. I was down. I was only down 4.
Let's find
Oh,
a
okay,
decent...
I see.
Let's find a decent grassland.
I forget that you guys have, like, so low hit points.
All right, probably did.
Right. There we go.
Rough night. I slept not like a rock, but I slept on a rock. Oh my.
Okay. The day is yours. The road is just over in the distance. You probably
The road
have
is beckoning.
an entire day's travel. You might get there at nightfall if you're fairly quick about things.
Let's be fairly quick about things.
Indeed. Do you want to just quickly check the road before we take the cart on that there's no obvious signs of being people in wait? Or do we want to just barrel out and go for it?
Let's just go for it. Whatever happens, happens.
Luck has never been against us before.
Okay.
Cross your fingers, man. Pray to Ronald.
Yes. Indeed. Okay. I'll check the road. Let's see if there's anything suspicious.
Yeah, I'll go to the road as well.
Okay.
Staying behind the rocks or trees, whatever we're in.
All right. Roll me a test. We'll make it average because it's daylight. You can see, you can hear, see what's
Perception,
around
yeah.
you. Yeah. Okay. Yoris,
Oh.
seemingly something perhaps stuck in your ear.
Yeah, still sleepy.
A little hard to gather your senses right now. Eyes are a little hazy from the waking a little bit prematurely. Carl, you have a good look to your left, to your right, down the road. You do not see anyone. You do see some fairly fresh tracks. Perhaps they went through recently. It's hard to say, but with the roll of +5, that's the only thing you can see. That there appears to have been some horses that have gone through during the night.
Can I tell which way they've gone?
The same way you were going.
Out of town.
Out of town.
Rightio. Could I make out how many? I doubt it.
With +5, more than 2. But less than 10.
Less than an army. Fantastic. Alright, I'll go back and report that to the others then. And I guess we get moving.
Mm-hmm.
Horses aren't gonna hurt us. Let's just go.
It's the men on the horses that's the problem.
Wait, there's men on horses? They can do that?
But they were going the same way as us, right? Because
Yeah.
and we just stay behind.
Well, yeah. We'll see them coming at least.
Yeah.
If they turn back.
Okay. Right. Rogel, from your estimates yesterday, you have about 2 hours on this road, and then the rest of the journey is going to be off-road, or perhaps on what used to be a road. That would be your estimate. And for the remainder of the journey, going straight ahead, the only thing you see in front of you as you're moving is what appears to be another cart heading in your direction. Seems to be accompanied by perhaps 4 to 5 people. A couple of them seem to be lightly armed, 2 with spears, and the other 2 riding on top. Looks like a merchant's wagon, but they seemingly pass you by with a wave, not paying any much notice to you other than a casual good morning as they pass by.
Okay.
Now, 1 hour later, you arrive at the junction Rogel. You take a right,
Ooh.
and you can vaguely make out what maybe used to have been a road. A little bit overgrown. The woods and grassland, or even though it's very light woodland, has sort of reclaimed some of it, but you can make out a way for the cart to move.
And this is along the path that I had deemed to be appropriate.
This is indeed. I'm now going to ask you
Okay.
to make a challenging drive test for me, please.
Ooh.
To see how well you can navigate this.
Let's see how much corruption I need to use.
Okay.
Reroll that. Use a fortune.
Okay.
Aha!
Oh, you're a really good driver, Rogel.
If you ain't first, you're last.
Indeed.
Right. You're able to navigate between a few fallen trees, the occasional rocky outgrowth. There is not really much of a road left anymore, but Rogel still seems to be just following his nose, making his way through.
Nose hasn't betrayed me yet.
Something curious that strikes you, however, is about 30 minutes later, after your way off of the road, you notice the sky start to darken a little bit. Initially it looks like a dark grey cloud.
Am I getting magic-y feel, or no?
You can roll me something to see if you can...
Oh, roll you something, okay.
Yeah, you can roll
I think I have a
something.
talent for that. It's like magic sense.
Yeah.
Plus 20 intuition test, okay.
That'll do. Okay. Something's... Yeah, something's going on. You're not quite sure what, but... You
Is
don't...
this a cloud we're heading in the direction of, or is it just a general
It's
spreading?
where you are currently and thicker where you're headed.
Keep your wits about you, boys. This is about to get dangerous, I think. Maybe. I don't know. It could be good, but it could be bad. You never know.
What? It's the rain clouds?
Nah. They're my kind of clouds.
Oh,
Yes, up ahead, Carl. There's definitely the density of the cloud in front above the mountain seems to be the darkest rain cloud you have ever seen.
Dark and broody. It is like a Rogel, yeah.
does that also mean that there's going to be a lot of trouble following it?
I hope, honestly, going in this direction will keep trouble away from us, you know? This might work out in our favor. No one would want to follow us up here.
That is...
But then again, never discredit a witch hunter's ability to do completely stupid things.
I'll take your word for it.
Well, you just saw them do completely stupid things, man. There's nothing wrong with that gambling den. There was nothing wrong with those people, and they're just fucking enforcing their will, willy nilly, however they want. They're jackasses.
I think he was a bit.
You humans are jackasses when you get fucking religion involved.
He was overreacting a bit, I think. Yes.
Overreacting. He flat out murdered a bunch of people.
Yeah, right? They just
what I
wanted
mean.
to fucking make some money and have fun doing it.
He bought a gun to a knife fight. Was happy to use it. Not the kind of people we want to meet again.
Yeah,
Well-
dishonorable as shit.
If you think the cloud's going to keep him away, we need to head that way anyway.
Yes.
Well, our job is over there, so go do our job.
Hopefully that cloud's nothing to do with our job.
I bet it does. I bet it does. It's totally magical. So I imagine the reason we're going out this way is, important, and magic is usually important.
Do you know anything to make the clouds disappear? I mean, I have.
I know some people have magic to do that. I do not. I never bothered. I figured if it was gonna rain, just let it rain. If it was gonna be dry, let it be dry. I can always move somewhere else.
Yeah, the navigators at the college, they have like a song they sing, but I can't remember.
In Marienburg, they have songs they sing to keep like storms away or something.
Oh yes, to move the storms, to bring the winds, all kinds of.
That's really cool. I hadn't thought about that. Using that kind of magic, especially like if you have sailboats, that'd be really cool. You could direct the winds and make yourself go super fast.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
oh wind, please go away. Something, something.
Do you not use long poles to move the boat when there is no wind?
No, because
Oh, like your mind is
it's the
so
sea.
small.
The water is way too deep. You need a very long.
The water, the oceans cannot be that deep, surely. I mean, the rivers are not that deep. Water is water.
Hey, have you ever
No.
have you ever thought of a hole that doesn't have a bottom?
Everything has a bottom, Roko.
No.
Otherwise,
No,
how
no.
else do you?
Like, just think about it. Think about a hole that if you fell into it, you never stop falling.
Yes.
That's how deep the ocean.
Yes,
But
and at the bottom there is Manan and Drachenfels.
You basically fall to the gods and die.
that is what we do anyways when we die. So
It's true. So go find a deep hole.
hey, sure. Just right after I use you to test it, huh?
You see right there, that spot? Just start digging.
Can we continue our journey or something, please? Because you are getting bothersome.
You continue
carry
forwards. In an awkward silence, you continue forwards. As you do so,
Rogel starts whistling.
No, don't whistle. Whistling is bad. Bad luck.
Well, what's gonna happen? What could happen?
It was definitely singing. Something.
Oh, you want me to sing? Okay, let me see.
Oh,
What can I
clouds
sing?
speak on.
On.
Something. Go
I can-
away.
I could sing a song right now and figure out which way's north.
Does that help?
Yeah, that is very handy. They have that too.
Yeah.
That's why
That way,
we
so I
don't,
can make sure we're going in the right direction, that kind of thing. I could always
Yeah.
do that.
Doesn't the map do a better job of that?
But a map does not point north. The map is just the map.
But we
But
know
then
where we
again,
are.
a compass does the same thing, and it works via a different kind of magic. So,
A reliable magic.
yeah, a more reliable magic, for sure. My magic's really fickle. Olgo decides that he doesn't want to let me know which way is north. I just don't get to know.
I'd rather trust the navigator than the compass, because the compass it can be fooled.
some time passes. The day grows a little bit darker. Another hour or two, darker still. Perhaps
So are we
some... Yep.
Are we like heading towards like a rain wall? Like, do we see like where is there any rainfall from these clouds at all, or no?
None at all.
None at all.
There
Okay.
doesn't seem to be any moisture at the ground of note, no puddles indicating it rained recently even, and not a drop in the sky. It is just simply clouds. The darkness around you, however, is unusual. It's that sort of feeling you get where it's so overcast that you're not sure it's the middle of the day. You feel like it could be late evening. It gives an unusual sort of disorientation to your timing.
Like an eclipse?
Pretty much, yeah. There's really no sun to be made out. If anything, it just looks perhaps more like a moon.
I'm glad I have dark vision.
Indeed. And you continue forwards. Another couple of hours go by, and at which point you get a little bit more of a suspicious feeling of this. Now it's very difficult to differentiate between evening, nighttime, and whatever the hell time it is now, as nearly all of the light of the sun has been obscured, and you are more or less in darkness. To Rogel and No-Legged, you're able to feel fairly comfortable in this, but to the rest of you, this is unusual.
Just keep your hands on the cart, guys, so you don't get lost.
I can still see you.
If you would like, I can take the lead in front of the beast and shine my lantern.
Is that going to attract
How
things
much
we
do
don't?
you have? A lot of oil or no?
I believe we filled up before we left.
Yeah, we've got a tin in the.
Boghaffen.
You have supplies. There is still sufficient light to see coming through the cloud, but it's just distorted to the point where it looks like late evening. So you don't need to worry about not being able to see 10 feet in front of you. If you take the visual distance on this as a rough guesstimate, but replace the moon with a sort of very, almost like an eclipsed sun, that's pretty much the sort of the visual range you have. Anything outside, say 20-30 yards, likely you wouldn't be able to make out due to the sort of the low-lying cloud and mist that's sort of enveloping the party, but you're able to move forward.
Is it the kind of low light that night vision helps with, or is this a supernatural low light that means you just cannot sense anything past it, you can't see past it?
It's not so much the lack of light in the distance, but the cloud or the fog, the mist. So it's more that anything further out is simply obscured by the density of the air, the droplets in the air, the fog. So it's not necessarily light being your limiting factor. So it doesn't necessarily bring a huge amount of help, although another couple of hours, who knows. As you're making your way through, you do notice the land starts to become a little more marshy. There's a few bits where you move through and there's some relatively still waters. Yep, you feel yourself sloshing through the cart. It's only about 4 inches deep. It's not particularly unpleasant. You're able to easily wade through with only your boots getting a little bit damp. Who's on watch?
Reminds me of home. We have the marshes near Marienburg. That's where my hometown is nearby.
I guess we're all looking out, really, aren't we?
I'm glad I'm up here.
You'd be up to your waist.
What's the marching order at this point, just to get a little bit of a reading on that?
Oleg is up front with the horse.
Okay.
How wide's the path? As in, can we walk alongside? Are we walking though?
You can all
alongside the
walk
cart?
shoulder to shoulder, yeah, absolutely, or you can walk in any pattern you like.
And just kind of keeping pace with the cart then?
Yeah, just decided.
With Theo bouncing off wherever Theo's going, doing Theo things.
Would anyone like to make me a perception test at at -20. Righto.
-20.
-20.
Are we all doing that?
Whoever feels like they would be. Okay.
-20. Don't stand a chance.
With the...
Oh, I do.
Ooh, well done. Not bad.
Carl and Oleg.
I'm going to die in combat.
Okay. As you were making your way through the waters, difficult to concentrate on much else other than chatting with each other and the sound of the wheels sloshing through the water, the horse ploughing through with a little bit of extra effort being invested by the creature, but still making decent progress. Carl, for a second, you think behind a tree you might have seen a shadow quickly move out of your vision, and then it's gone. Just a split second, you're not sure what you saw, or even if it was...
If it was the shadow of an animal or if it was a thing.
You have no idea.
Same thing for whoever else passed that test.
Did anyone... Oh, you got +1.
Yeah.
Yes, same for you, Oleg. Same exact sensation. Although both of you do notice it. The same one, in fact.
I spy with my little eye something that begins with scary.
Trouble? Did you see that as well?
Fiery imagination.
Shadow?
Yeah, it's kind of dark. Matches everything else around here.
I
It
didn't
seems.
see anything. I think you're imagining it.
I saw it as well, although that probably doesn't mean anything if there's magic around.
Stop trying to
Yeah.
scare the horse, Oleg.
Magic? I don't see any.
I ready my bow.
Okay. Do you keep the cart moving forwards?
Yeah, I didn't see anything.
Okay. We'll change your map just to mix it up.
Rogel, the world's ending. Yeah, I didn't see it.
Okay. You continue to press forwards. Oleg, Carl, looking cautiously around for a few moments. You don't see anything else at this point. You wait, eyes locked on the location, and then darting around to other trees to see if you can get any sort of hint that something may be there, but...
This is a really good shot. Which map did you get this off of?
It's something from Vermintide 2. Not sure which one.
Okay.
Not sure which
I really
one.
like this.
Yeah, it's a nice
This is
map.
Good shot. Nice, nice find.
Good vibes.
Regretfully, I can't see the background right now because of my internet issues.
It'll be with you shortly. And moving forwards, Rogel, in front of you, laying in the middle of the road, you see an animal. It's a deer. It's not standing up though. It's on the floor.
It's laying there.
Yes, its legs are currently angled away from you. It's laying down. You would assume it is dead, and not just having a nap, laying on its side in the middle of a clearing. And it certainly hasn't responded to the cart approaching.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull up the horse
Okay.
and point it out to the guys and be like, "What the heck is this?"
Oh dear.
Swear to F, if this thing has a handprint on it.
You move up to the deer to investigate further. As soon as you get within about 12 feet of it, it's evident that large chunks of the creature are missing. Although the back and hide was relatively intact, there is one leg missing. The front half of its face seems to have been torn off, and its abdomen has been ripped open in several places. There is some viscera on the floor around it, but most of which seems to have been devoured or taken away.
How fresh is it? Like, is it like really rank? Like we got there days after it's been here, or is it like, is there not even like a stench yet? Like,
Still
is it
warm.
so fresh.
The obvious answer would be it smells a bit. Make an easy something test for me.
My easy sniffing test.
Yeah, make an easy sniffing test.
Okay, so that would I guess that would just be a.
Does nose for trouble work on corpses?
No,
Afraid not.
it would-
Probably survival then.
Intuition
Yeah,
or
survival. If you have outdoor survival.
Outdoor survival.
Yeah.
That's pretty high. That's intelligence based though. It's not really intuition. I'll just roll intuition.
Oh no, and it's intelligence still technically because it's your knowledge of
whatever the
what
smell
things
is.
mean. Yeah, what
Challenging?
certain
Is that meat
signs.
really rotten?
Um,
Who knows?
I would say it's average. Okay.
Wow, how did I still fail that?
It's a no but at at that, so you're not sure how long, but fairly fresh. It smells a bit, but fairly fresh. Like it's not a week, you know that.
I
Somewhere
love rolling
between
badly when it's for RP.
it's somewhere
You're right.
between about a minute and 3 days. That's about as good as you can do.
It's like you're a vegetarian and you're trying to determine how old the meat.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I have no idea what I'm doing. But whatever ate this thing could still be in the area, so keep your wits about you. Maybe you did see something. What did you see earlier?
It's just like a flicker of shadow behind a tree.
Yeah, it was pretty dark, so it's difficult to see dark things when everything is dark.
Excellent.
Dark.
Your deductive reasoning is astounding.
He's not wrong.
Now, what's the marching order of where you are currently? So I can adjust the tests accordingly. So who's looking at the
I'm on
body?
the horse.
I'll probably be near the body.
I'm
So up
somewhere
front.
in I'm somewhere in between, more near the cart with the bow.
Okay. And Oleg, I'll let you play.
I assumed Oleg was closer to the front,
Yep.
so I guess
That
he's
is
up
the
there
front.
with Joris.
The front's the bottom of the screen.
So again, I can't see any of that stuff right now. I'm
It's
sorry.
fine. I'll put you where you need to go. It's cool.
Dice rolls seem to be working, but the maps
That's
and the tokens
all
are
we
not.
need for
Check it.
now. That's all we
You
need.
can't check it on the stream. YouTube.
Let's
What
not
the-
stress the man's internet too much. If it doesn't want to load the map, then loading the stream as well may indeed make something explode.
I can't even get to web pages. If you really
Yeah.
want me to give you the rundown,
No,
I-
you really don't need to, dude. It doesn't matter. I just
Alright.
wanted a rough idea. Okay, cool. So, Oleg, do you have outdoor survival?
It's a basic skill everyone does.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you could make me a roll, Oleg, as you're standing around, Carl as well. Oleg, Rogel's currently sort of nose deep in the corpse, trying to guess how mature the meat is. So, Carl and Ogle, an easy outdoor survival test.
Easy. Okay.
Okay, both of you point to the ground around this. There are prints in the ground. They're quite large. There are a few of them.
Hmm.
Do we see which way they go?
They certainly
Around
they certainly circle around here a little bit, and
Do they have toes or are they hoof prints?
they would
footprints?
look like a dog's prints, only if you were to put Theo and his paw next to it, he would perhaps be the size of the print.
He would sit in the print.
Ooh. I think there might be a big Theo around.
Or a few
What
of
do you
them.
think?
Is Theo acting up at this point with the smell of other dog-type creatures?
that's a good
There's
question,
a very
yeah.
good question. Does he have... I'm assuming he'll have, like, super smell, so if you roll his initiative with plus 30...
Yeah.
Initiative 30.
Okay. Theo is tentatively, or initially, moves up towards the deer to have a little chomp. After doing so for a few moments and sort of sniffing around, starts sort of walking around in circles, sniffing the floor, before starting to act rather coy. And runs between your legs, Carl, to nestle in a little bit. Oleg and Carl, the prints head off in 3 separate directions. To your left, to your right, and into the woods.
Which
Are
way
any
does
of those
the...
directions in the same direction we were going?
Yeah, one where you're going, and then kind of left and right at 90 degrees, roughly. It's sort of...
So, yeah, one's run off to the woods, one's run off into whatever's to the right, and the other's disappeared off down the track.
Pretty much.
Are they... Can we tell if the... I suppose not. I was going to say, can we tell if they're 4 prints or just 2, like, footsteps? Are we tracing a big beast? Like the beast
Oh,
of
you want to know if it's
Darkling, or...
bipedal or...
Yeah.
Quadrupedal.
Okay. Yeah, I would say, based on your previous rolls, it's definitely quadrupedal. This is
It is a big old dog.
something large. Your guess would be large wolf or bear.
Is it prints of... Can we tell if it's one animal or if it's multiple animals making the prints? Do they have any differentiation to them, size-wise, print-wise?
You did get a +5, so I would say at least a couple of the prints are larger than others.
Okay.
There may be more than one of these. Carl, what do you think?
Just a quick question: the 3 tracks, are they all heading away from the corpse, or does it look like one set of those tracks is heading to the corpse and another, like they've converged, or are all 3 heading away?
It looked like...
As in, does it look like they came out of the woods and attacked this thing and then
Yeah.
2 split off?
So
or...
with the directions where all of these prints are travelling off in, there are both prints going away and back again. So,
so we can't tell.
Yes.
Oh. Well, if there's tracks going to and from in all 3 directions, there's at least 3.
Yoris, as
Yes.
everyone is currently eyeing up and making sense of the prints and deducing the current predicament, what are you up to?
I am pissing against the cart because I heard that the wolves didn't stay away.
Okay, you are pissing against the cart. Wonderful.
Little wee.
Okay, as you do so, looking toward the cart, assuming we are in the rough position we're in now, about 15 yards the other side of the cart, something fairly large stands atop of a small hill. It steps up when you're midstream, and locks eyes with you.
Well, I drop whatever I'm doing and notch an arrow and try to.
Right, we are going to just bear with a second.
Called it. I knew it.
It was going to happen.
I knew it was direwolves.
Right. They're quite scary. Don't worry. You'll be fine. First, we are going to roll initiative. Ah, no. First, we're going to gain some music.
Oh.
Oh boy.
There we go. It's that combat music again. I've had enough of that one, actually. Let's have another one. There we go. That's a little more epic, I guess. Let's turn that up a little bit. Right. You have fate, you have fortune, you have all sorts of things that you can use and prepare to die.
Corruption!
And you have that as well. Right. No one rolled a 0 this time, so it all works properly. Yoris. Yeah, do you have nose for trouble?
No, I have 6 sense.
You have sixth sense. Yes.
I have nose for trouble.
Sorry, yeah. Sixth sense is what I was thinking of. Can you make me an intuition test?
Should I do that as well?
Yes, we can do it on your turn or now. Might as well do it now.
Should have happened before combat, honestly.
Yep.
Just challenging.
Yes. Right. Well, that's the sixth sense done. Right. What I'll do is, yep, no. Yoris.
No.
A very loud thud comes from behind you, followed by a quick succession of a few others. Followed by a hideous gasping, roaring snarl. It's terrifying. And as you just turn your head, you see a large wolf with half of its face missing leap toward you. And with a large chomp, let's have defensive roll.
God, a +3. No.
Okay. Now, bearing in mind this is a large creature as well. So the defense is also with -20.
Right.
I didn't get to say that, so if you want to do dodge, I would allow it.
Yep. Just a second.
Right. Oh, good lord. Okay.
Can I say...
You
what's
can-
that one where you say, nope, doesn't happen?
Fate point.
Yep.
To basically completely ignore the hit, because that thing just leapt for you and with a mighty chomp took off a portion of your hand. So we're using a fate point, yes?
Yep.
Okay. Just as it is about to do so, seemingly through some perhaps guided luck, you realise...
No.
Okay, over to
my
you.
pants are down. My pants are down, so I stumble because my pants are on my ankle because I've taken a piss, and the wolf just leaps over me.
That's what I was going for. Your flies were still undone. Quickly went to grab your bits and put them away. But either works.
No, he's one of those that pisses with his pants all the way down.
Oh my word! No, he's dead now.
No.
I was holding my pants, but then the wolves came, so I had to drop whatever I was doing. And
Okay, you win the test. You gain an advantage. You're alive. Congratulations. Right. It is Rogel to go. Rogel. And Yoris, can you make me a fear test as well? Just to see if you get any broken conditions.
that's cool, right?
Yeah.
And I'm assuming I'm going to have to make a cool test, right?
Yes. It hasn't moved towards you yet, Rogel. So it's charged Yoris, but as you've not been attacked,
okay.
technically you don't have to make it yet.
Okay.
So, what are you going to do?
I am going to... Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and... I guess... Okay, so let me clarify this. Large opponents can break entangling immediately.
They automatically break it, but they will count as entangled while it is in effect, giving everyone plus 20 to attack them.
Oh. Ooh, that's good. That could work.
But on its
All right,
turn,
so-
it will break out.
Okay, I'll go ahead and entangle the one that attacked Yaris.
A sensible
I
thing.
need to target him first. Sure.
That's fine. It's only entangle, so it gives a
There we go.
condition. So, roll away.
Any modifiers? What's the magic like in the area?
A plus 20.
2 overcast, so I'm gonna give it 3 entangling conditions.
Okay, wonderful. And do you have the thing that avoids miscasts on a success?
Yes.
You do.
Indictive diction or whatever.
You do
something
indeed.
Like that.
Right.
Yeah, I have that.
It is currently very, very entangled. Right. Seeing
And
you...
as I end my turn, I'm gonna shout, "Attack it now while it can't move!"
As you say that, behind you, you hear a snarl, followed by the same thumping footsteps, leaping up onto you really, towering above you is something about the size of the horse, currently leaping toward you, and it does get a minus 20 to hit you on the plus side. And Rogel's luck continues. So, you won by an absolute feck-ton, saving your life, because that would have been double damage as well.
I'm telling you, man, Rogel's blessed by Siege or something right now.
That would have been... Oh, no, you've got very good dodge, so he would have... yeah, that would have been very, very
And I would
rough.
have definitely corrupt roll, and I would have spent everything trying to dodge.
Right, you are alive. Can you make me a fear test, though?
Yes, I can make a cool test. Let's do
Cool
that.
test, sorry. Yep, that'll do. So I was going to say, otherwise the dodge would have been a problem, but you easily dodge out the way. And... Olegt. Same to you, I'm afraid. Coming from atop on the large mound, stepping down slowly initially and meeting your gaze, it then leaps from some 10 yards away towards you with a large snap of its teeth.
Cool test is... what again?
Challenging?
Okay.
Well
Yay.
done.
All right. And so I guess I can defend then, right?
You can defend, and it got a +3. So, you will be put up to a +2 because... Oh, no, sorry, you've not rolled yet.
Nope.
I was looking at your cool test, getting excited. So it is -20 to defend with any weapon skill-based test, because it's a large creature, or you can dodge. It's up to you.
Even against parry. Okay.
Even against parry. Yeah, it's any opposed melee test that's
Shit,
based on
look at dodge
weapon.
real quick.
Choices. Although if you're dodging, you're not using the shield, which is like +10 anyway, so factor that in.
Oh, I actually think the parrying's still going to be a better dice.
Probably.
So I'll go with that.
Okay. Nicely done.
Oh, dude!
A very
I was
fortunate
holding
roll.
breath there.
A very fortunate roll. You win by 1 SL, and you are alive. It comes within inches of you. You're able to brush it to your side with the shield, but it pretty much nearly took your head off. And on that note, it's you to attack back. Over to you.
All right. So as Oleg's getting kind of pushed against his shield, he swings his boat hook up and over it, and see if he can do anything.
Okay. You will get a +10 to attack. because it's large.
Oh, okay. There is no plus 10. Dang it.
Just a modifier of plus 10.
All right. It's already at 10, I'm assuming because of the advantage, so just change that to
Yep,
20.
change it to 20.
Okay.
Right, nice roll. And 5. Nice. That is 18 damage, and I can't see the damn thing's hit points. Ah, there we go. That hurt it a hell of a lot. You... In DM talk, it's pretty hurt. As you lunge into it with your weapon, striking it straight in the body, you're able to cleave a portion of its flesh open. You can actually see at this point a few chunks of its internal organs just fall out to the floor. It looks up to you and snarls, seemingly not even noticing the pain. Theo is...
Gonna bolt under the cart.
Yeah, basically, he cannot pass this. He's going to hide underneath the cart and continue what Joris was doing. Carl, you are sort of stood next to Rogel, not engaged, technically.
Having seen that one jump for Joris and now Rogel's entangled it, I'm gonna go for that one.
Okay.
Do I need to do a cool test first, though, to do anything? As I'm looking at charging something that's...
Yes, you do. If you want to charge it, you have to roll me a challenging cool test. Not challenging, average, sorry. But, yep.
Well, that was challenging, so...
Fine. What was it? Yeah, sorry, challenging was right anyway. Yep, well done.
Oh,
you can charge. You
now
gain
I just...
1 advantage.
I'll
There we
give
go.
you- Yeah.
And you'll get a plus 20, so you'll have a modifier of 30 in total.
Outnumbering? Is that not counting as large?
Because it's large, I'm going to say nay.
Okay.
Unless there's more of you. But,
Oh!
pretty decent roll. A pretty decent roll. And it's going to try in response with a pretty decent roll of its own. Right. Still managed to do 10 damage, 6 of which getting through. So, all in all, there we go. You hurt it pretty bad. It, again, same goes for you. Straight into the body of it, you're able to tear a portion of the fur open, seeing this sort of horrible decaying muscle underneath. It doesn't respond as a normal creature would when you strike. It doesn't hiss out or reel in pain. It just looks toward you, and you can see it wrestling at this point against some sort of vine-like shadows that are currently sort of engulfing it. But it looks pretty angry with you. Joris.
Yeah. What should I do? Should I hit it or step back and shoot it? Because it's large and point blank and all that stuff.
Well, you get 20 to attack it in melee, but let's not min-max. What would Joris like to do?
He's just going to hit it with the silver thing.
Pull out the silver thing. Pull out your new dagger, yeah?
Yep.
Okay. A respectable roll. Did you give yourself plus 20?
No.
Okay. And did you give yourself plus 10 for it being large?
No.
Okay, so we'll call that a plus 4.
Plus 4, yeah.
And what I'll do is I'll just edit that to plus 4, thanks to the Magic Foundry. There we go. And that will total a reasonable bit of damage. 10... Nearly. Very, very nearly. You jab your dagger into it. And you're quite impressed with how easily this dagger seemingly goes through its flesh. Very impressed, in fact, as it slices it open, its right arm. The arm now hanging slightly limp, just a bone connecting it still. Oddly enough, it's still kind of wiggling around a little bit. But the creature is hanging on, well, for dear unlife, I guess. Okay. Your horse. I'm just going to make an intelligence test for the horse to see how it reacts. No, let's make a willpower test for the horse.
Does it bolt with the cart?
It will try. It failed. It is obviously spooked. It's been charged in the front, so it's going to reel up, and I'm just going to make one more roll just to see how well it does this. It does this poorly. So by now it's trying to turn the cart around on the spot, sort of reared up on its back legs with a large ree before trying to spin the cart on the spot. It's fumbling and basically spends the turn trying to do that. It's definitely going to try and bolt as soon as it gets an opportunity to.
Do any of us have to dodge that cart?
It doesn't look like it, because it would go in like the bottom left direction along the
Would
road.
it have? Okay,
Yeah.
I thought it was trying to turn away from
that
the
was the
wolves.
direction that we were facing. So
Okay.
I would say yes, but seeing as it's not moving that quickly,
he could just roll in what direction it wants to go in.
Right.
I will say you guys will be able to move out of the way of it with relative ease as it turns around. Because I'm assuming you have a few yards. Although Yoris was right up against it. But he's engaged in melee now. Let's crack on. Wolf, Carl, Wolf. It breaks out of the shackles. It is no longer engaged. And it is going to try and bite. Actually, Yoris was the last person to get it, weren't you?
Yep.
Yep, Yoris. It is going to bite you. That will be a -20 to defend.
Or a normal dodge.
Or a normal dodge, indeed.
Yeah, but I have 2 advantage, so it's normal. But
Very nicely done. You are alive. Still. Congratulations. Rogel, it is you against a wolf. What are you going to do?
Okay, so I guess I gotta kill this thing. It's trying to kill me, so let me target it first.
That would be a fair assumption, yes.
Yeah.
It is the size of a horse and could probably fit you in its mouth.
You're a chew toy for it.
Pretty much. You are a squeaky toy with a big nose.
Jump in its mouth
said that the
and
winds of
shoot
magic
it.
was average, right?
What the magic, yeah, was average.
Okay.
And on the plus side, if it eats you, it might choke on you.
It might.
Okay, a decent roll, 14 damage, and it doesn't do anything to oppose that, so it just simply takes the damage.
you can.
Hold
do
on, wait.
extra
There was
damage.
something that I know. Yeah, there's something with shadow magic. I think it bypasses armor. I just read about that the other day. Hold on.
Isn't that metal?
No.
But that's only on arcane spells, not on petty spells, I think.
That would make sense.
But
If
you
Dart
do
ignored
have-
armor as well, it would
Yeah.
be...
Oh, right. You're right. Never mind. My bad. Go
But
carry
you
on.
have 8 success, so you can do extra damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the SL of 8 automatically is calculated in that 14 damage.
Well, I have 4 overcasts. That's what he's talking about. So
Right.
each one of those could give +1 more damage.
Okay, cool. We'll roll
There's
with
all
that.
kinds of things he can do with it.
Yeah, we'll roll with that. Pretty much same as Oleg's. It's hurt real bad. It's... Could probably take another hit like that. Maybe. It's a close one. And now we get to find out, as it's going to try and bite you again.
No, stay away.
-4. Well, I think that's pretty much a free dodge for you.
I hope so.
Bollocks. Never mind. I forgot what I could do there. Easy.
You can
easy.
go ahead and change it. I'm gonna go ahead and dodge either way.
Yep.
What
So you've
were you
dodged
gonna
out.
do with him?
It is going to snap at you as it moves through, kick you to one side, and join in with the battle against sort of Yoris. So it's keeping you fairly close, but it makes a snap and just basically shoves you to one side as it moves past you.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
It's large creatures can just engage, disengage at will, and you don't get an opportunity of attack as they just push you out the way. Oleg, it's that time where I remember how to use large creatures.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to disengage from you and step out, basically kicking you to one side, stepping away. Carl.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to have to make a roll for me, buddy, as jumping on top of and over the cart and towards you, between you and Yoris, is a large pile of rotting dead giant wolf flesh that's currently snapping at you.
So, am I on 2 advantage because I charged and then hit?
You did hit, so you are on 2 now. So,
And I'm defending against that thing.
You are defending against that thing. You can either dodge normally or
Melee it.
you can melee. It is up to you, and it is going to fumble as they always do, and be useless. Be generally useless because my large mobs always are. Right.
Does the GM get a reroll? Come on,
Yeah,
man.
I'm going to start giving them all fortune points. Oleg, in front of you, you pick yourself back up quickly. A wolf has just kicked you over and jumped over the cart into the rest of your group. What would you like to do?
Can I charge the one that is near Rogel?
You certainly can. Quickly turning yourself, seeing Rogel dwarfed by this, you let loose.
Okay, and charging gives you another advantage?
It does indeed. Yep.
So I'll be at 3. And then...
Okay. And you will get a +10 as well because it's large.
Okay. Boat hook. 3. Make it 40.
Right. A good hit. A good hit. Decent amount of damage. And nearly cleaving into its right leg. You hack into the flesh, tearing one of the muscles clean off. It's still standing on it somehow. You get the impression if it didn't already look like it had died once, it might have died from that, but who are you to question right now how these things work? Carl, you are currently a direwolf sandwich. What would you like to do?
Yeah. Not be the filly.
Good idea. The one in front of you is that Yoris has just stabbed is hurt real bad. The one behind you seems a bit hurt. That being said, they all look a bit hurt because they're missing bits of flesh. Some of them just have bones for fingers, etc. So it's kind of hard to gauge.
Yeah, how do you tell how dead and undead is?
Yeah.
Well, the one is still entangled, right?
No,
he
they
broke out of
because
it.
they're larger.
Oh,
Yeah, he broke out.
I'm going to say that I've probably, having just been leapt at by that one, I'm probably going to be engaging him because he's going to have my immediate attention.
Okay. Having just snapped at you, you turn and bring it.
Okay.
Reasonable. The wolf rolls fairly well for a change. Not well enough. A decent hit. You cleave a little bit of its left arm open, and not a lot of blood squirts out for a change. Unusual. Still standing, still hanging on. Yoris,
Yep.
it's over to you.
Back the one in front of me.
The one in front of you right now is sort of barely animated. It looks like it's definitely thinking about biting you, but it is, as far as you can tell, it's dying. Hopefully.
So that should be...
Yep, -5 of fucking course.
Nice roll.
Yep. And it's dead. Twice. Where was that? Right in the right arm. Okay, you easily hack the arm off, and with that, it loses its balance, falls to the floor in front of you in a heap, and seemingly its last, something that vaguely looks like a breath leaves from its mouth, as it just sighs into the floor. Right. Horse, right now, is trying to move the cart away, and I'm just going to do one more agility test to see how it performs in this. Yeah, okay. Good for you. It fumbles. About as badly as it can. Still trying to turn the cart around. Fortunately, you've got a useless horse. Dead Wolf is done. Not so Dead Wolf. Oh, no, Rogel.
Who's Rogel first?
Rogel.
So, alright, what I want to do is disengage and go to the horse.
Yep. Disengage and go to the horse. Roger. You can use your advantage to disengage if you wish, or you can just let it try and snap at you.
Use one advantage or all advantage?
I think you burn all of them. There's a talent to only burn one.
Oh, that
or
lets
to
you
keep them.
one.
Yeah.
That's right. Is there one more like I can like pass a dodge roll to get to disengage? But
there's kind of like you can run out and it can snap at you and you see what happens.
Oh.
Yeah, you basically get a free attack.
Yeah, I'll just burn the advantage. It's fine. Whatever.
Okay. Rogel may be killable as you run towards the horse. Give the fortune point to the undead knights coming soon. Yes, good idea. The blood knights will have all the fortune.
So I'm gonna go ahead and try and charm animal and.
Okay. Charm animal. I will say this is difficult, but if you succeed, you get it under control. That will do. You're able to quickly hush it, point its head away from the giant wolf that's just behind it, and like start leading it away, and it's still scared and flustered, but is happy to follow your lead. It still evidently wants to move away, but it will. It's not going to full-on bolt.
I'm going to move it to a safe spot and then go back and try and support them with magic if they still need it. That's the goal.
Okay. Direwolf on Olegged. Yeah, it's going to kick you to one side, Olegged. Leaving combat with you. Oof! And where's it going to go? Seeing the horse being drawn away. No, one of them's just died here, so it's going to leap in again, forming another Yoris sandwich, because Yoris just killed the other one. It is going to, with one last chomp. See how well we roll. Yay, I rolled well.
Uh-oh.
Doesn't happen very often. Are we keeping it?
I don't think so.
Okay. What's the plan?
The other time you won with Forest Hell, it did 18 damage or something.
Yeah. Well, it is damaging, and it rolled a 9, so... I mean, let's just see how much damage that would be. 15. 15 to your head, I mean...
I only have 7.
But you do have, yeah, okay. I think you would live, but you would need, yeah, and no. I mean, it's up to you.
I'm just going to need do another fate.
Fate point? I think you might be able to resilience it. I don't know.
Resilience it? That would just be
having your head bitten off.
Well, you'd go with a natural 1 then, but that would still be +5 for you, so... you have a shield though, don't you?
Yeah, but if he did a natural 1, he would win because he has 55 rolling against, and the wolf has a 53 rolling
it's up to
against. So he would win then.
No, because you check your weapon skill.
Yeah, it's the
or your
weapon
melee
skill, it's not
skill.
the overall target. But you do have a shield, so...
No, I
No,
don't
he
have
doesn't.
No, you don't.
Oh.
Okay, never
I have
mind.
it.
Okay, it's going to be a fate point then.
Yep.
Oh no!
Finally,
that
a
sucks.
large enemy rolls well. And last one, Carl.
Use your reroll, bro.
What?
Didn't roll that
Talking
well for a change.
It's alright, sorry, it's just playing me up on my little shortcut.
That's all right.
There you go.
+5, nice. Was that 86? Was that with a -20?
Oh, maybe not.
You
No.
still win anyway. So you're all right. You managed to duck and dodge out to the side. Oleg, it's you to go. Yoris has just been jumped on and is seemingly okay, just about.
And the one between the horse and Carl is on its last leg.
But
Intended.
both of them look like they're far less animated than when you first saw them. Roughly
Okay.
equal.
But yours, it looks like he's in the worst position.
Yoris, both of them are having a bad day right now.
It doesn't matter if I charge or not, because I'm already capped for advantage, so...
Yep.
Advance in club.
Advance in club. Okay. You advance with military precision.
Modifier to 50, because it's large. And... boop.
That will... I mean, I'll make a roll for it, but that will kill it. Yep. Nicely done. And that was straight in the body again. All the body shots today. Let's see what the critical was as well. Wrench collarbone. Oh, nice. Nice.
You
was
you
this-
chopped into its collarbone and tore it out.
Yeah, pretty much.
The funny part is, when I clicked on it, it was a broken collarbone, and you got wrenched. So, collarbone, gone.
Collarbone's definitely gone. Nice. So, collarbone basically being wrenched out. The creature just collapses instantly. The weight of it just pulling it to the floor. And after which it doesn't seem to move in response. Just lays there totally. Theo is basically hiding under the cart still as the cart is moving along. Actually, having seen an area to run, Theo's off. Carl, it's over to you.
See about finishing this one then. So, 3 advantage against it, it's going to be +30, is it? Or am I
Yes.
missing some other stuff?
3 advantage with a +10
Minus
because it's
20,
large.
right?
That's
Oh,
only
yeah.
for defending.
So I get 30 from the advantage and then +10 because it's large.
Indeed.
Right.
So it should be 40. Okay. It's modified.
Right, +7 plays 0. 15 damage, 9. That is just. Maybe enough. Nice. That is enough. As you strike it, and tear it open, as it leaps up to try and get one final bite on you, you're able to cleave it straight down through the sternum. The final few ribs pop open, and the creature just sort of collapses on top of you.
Lovely.
But does not move afterwards. Rogel, you're currently leading the horse away. Theo's currently running around the horse in circles, just sort of like,
an idiot.
can we go, please? Can we leave?
Right, I guess we can regroup. Ow.
Man. Yeah,
That's some
regroup.
big doggos, eh?
Yeah, I hope we don't come across any more of them.
Let's go with...
And it's not
Oh,
a sign of what's to
man.
come.
Yoris, man. Wow.
I,
You died twice over that round.
I don't know what happened.
That fight. Wow. Holy. We need to figure out how to use you in combat better.
Hey, Joris, I don't like to point this out, but you seem to be missing a large patch of hair now on your head.
Ooh. Yes, they caught me with my pants
yeah.
down.
Burning a fate point makes you bald when it's a head attack. New rule.
You roll. It's canon. I'll accept it. All seems to be quiet around you. There's no movement anywhere.
Finally.
Eerily quiet.
So, should we chop these up or burn them? Would they come back? They already looked dead when they were trying to eat us.
Yes, maybe it is best to.
Do we have any knowledge on this? What kind of skill would that be? Would that be like a lore of something?
If you just do a lore Reichland, just for like folk stories and tales and things like that.
Yeah, I don't have that. Does anybody else? I have lore magic. I don't have lore Reichland.
I mean,
Challenging?
You can roll a challenging lore magic, or a challenging lore Reichland.
Do we need to do a roll to decide that we want to burn something that should be dead?
Not really. If you, I mean, burning things is quite a.
I just wanted to know what. I just wanted to see if my character knew what they were.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I was just thinking we could spare some of the lamp oil and.
Rogel, not sure on this
Nothing.
one. Not sure on this one. Oleg's, you don't know what they are, but you've heard stories about dead things that aren't dead. Priests of Moor have sometimes ranted about the dead being restless, and that's about as much as you can recall.
So when my legs are restless, I do not set them on fire. Perhaps that is the same for the dead?
That we don't set them on fire.
Well, I mean, they're not restless now.
They
Exactly.
weren't restless before.
Exactly. You
They
know
were
what?
trying
I
to
say
eat us.
let's
That's
save the
pretty
lamp oil
restless.
because we don't know because we need to go up to that castle thing, right? That's where we're going. So like, we might need it.
Maybe just
good.
chop their head off.
Yep, could live with that.
Hmm.
At
No,
least we won't get bitten if they come back again.
Yes.
I'm gonna go ahead and start, meandering the horse forward.
Okay.
Who's got a big enough blade to hack them up?
Oleg kind of raises his boat hook up. Out of luck.
Joris is chopping away at the things with his
Silver
silver.
knife.
Angrily chopping at it for taking its hair, for trying to go after his head.
That's for giving me a close shave.
So Carl's probably just wailing on the one that leapt at him and just wailing on its head vindictively.
You certainly can cleave through it with relative ease. It's got a thick hide to it, but now it's not moving. You can just hack and hack and hack, and eventually you meet bone. It takes a little bit longer to chomp through, but you're able to get the head off soon enough. A little bit of effort, but you're fairly confident that heads don't reattach. But then again, dead wolves don't tend to try and bite you, so who knows?
Before we start moving, does anybody else need to contribute water to the bogan?
Not anymore.
Yeah, all right.
So most of it scared out of it.
Let's not get caught like that again.
Okay. So you're moving forward,
Yeah.
I would assume,
Yep.
rather than staying put and waiting.
Yeah, don't want to wait for any more.
Doesn't sound like a clever alternative. You press onwards, and the night, or what looks to you like night now, is much the same, eerily quiet. There's no movement around you. It continues to get a little darker as you move forwards. Who's on lookout now?
Choris is completely paranoid now, so he's looking out everywhere.
Right. For
Yeah,
listening
same
to your
goal.
surroundings, just make me... you are still going next to a cart. We're going to do this as a challenging test, but you can all do it. Or whoever wants to listen.
Don't forget to clear your advantage.
And yes, don't forget to clear your advantage, otherwise you'll be exceptionally good at listening.
You said a challenging or difficult?
Challenging. Oleg Rogel Yoris, aside from the sound of crickets and the noisy cart that is by your side, you spend the journey, or the next couple of hours, keenly surveying the shadows around you, each of you picking a different direction, eyes peeled, but all seems to be well. Coast is clear, as far as you can tell. And toward the end of what would have been the day, you finally make your way to vaguely be able to see the remnants of a town in front of you. Let's bring up a picture, in fact.
Remnants.
Hopefully on your
Oh
map.
boy.
Are we? Beep.
I might have been
Bippity.
wrong. There might be 2 fights this session.
Right, there we go. So, in front of you, a broken gate seems to have been barricaded from the inside. This is more or less at the foot of the mountain. Looking up, you can... Actually, from where you are, you can see up atop of the mountain, or at least a decent way up. A few spires, some large walls, very dark looking building. You would presume is the castle of Drachenfels. But in front of you here,
Oh, yeah.
a collection of buildings that you can see over the wall seem to be in various states of decay. There are no signs of habitation. One corner of the gate has been collapsed in on itself, and you see the other side. Various crates have been pressed up against this, presumably barricade. Cart draws itself to a stop, and the horse is grateful for an opportunity to rest. Over to you.
So is this the town that matches the description we were given on the paperwork?
It is indeed. It's in the right location. You believe you're in the right place.
Hey guys, we're here. Let's go see if there's a tavern.
Yeah.
I can tell you the chances.
And the
Oh,
town
yeah?
matches the dogs, huh?
I don't see how they would have good docks here.
I don't think they've got good anything. Can we actually get in?
Yeah, well, we'll have to climb through this beat-up gate, it looks like.
So we squeeze through and see if we can clear it, get the cart in?
Yeah, why don't we just leave the cart out here?
Well, we might need the stuff on it. Then again, there's nothing saying we're staying here, I suppose.
I mean, are we going to try and take the cart up the mountain?
No, but it would be nice to have it. Well,
I
suppose safe is a relative term here.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I think first we actually need to move. We should move through the gate in a way that we could clear out the other side if we need to. We don't know if there's any more of those. I really wish there aren't any more of those wolves, but I can't be certain if there aren't any more of those wolves.
Alright,
Yes.
well. Oleg just kind of shrugs and ambles over to the gate, starts climbing up the busted piece to look through to the other side.
Okay. You look around. It is dead inside. Silent. There's no movement. There is just the remnants of what looks to have been a small village, perhaps 8 to 12 buildings in total. There's a larger building toward the middle. Looks vaguely like a 2-story coaching inn. Could be a tavern. The two are sort of one and the same in this era. And it looks like there was some sort of battle here. There are scores of dead scattered throughout. Some armed, some in a degree of armour, some not. Mixture of states of corpses.
So it looks like home. Yeah, definitely looks like the pit. So it's safe enough for now, unless all the dead in here start not being dead.
Oh, good.
Well, why don't you throw some lantern oil at them, light them up?
It is not enough for me to just throw it on every corpse here. There's too many.
Oh.
Why don't you come through and see, Rogel, huh?
Okay, I'll go take a look. I'm gonna sniff for magics too while I'm at it.
Okay. You can sniff away with a easy test.
Yeah, there's no failing that.
Right. It's very hard to ignore the castle at this point, which holds your attention. The clouds around it has a little bit of an Ulgu-ish tint, but also something else. Let's say a utilization of magic you're not necessarily familiar with. It is... The entire area around you has a very, very bad vibe to it. Not just this town, but pretty much everywhere in the nearby vicinity. The mountain, the village. The dead, yes, the magic congregates around them a little more. The castle is seemingly the hotspot. This sort of puts Altdorf to shame.
Wow. Okay. It's like getting blasted in the face. Like in a wind turbine.
Pretty much, yeah. There's a lot to take in.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stand there stammering.
I would say with the SL that you got, you would be suspicious of dead being dead.
Oh, I'm already suspicious of dead having magic circling them.
Yeah.
Hey boys, these dead aren't dead. There's magic on them.
You mean more like the wolves?
Yeah.
How many are in there?
You know how to count?
I'm stood down the bottom of the gate. I can't see through from where I am.
Oleg Drogel, maybe 100. It's hard to tell. Like, you're only looking at one bit of the town and you can probably see 30 where you are.
More than I have fingers and toes.
More than we can take.
More than I can count.
How hard would it be for them to get out through this gate towards us?
It doesn't seem... I don't know, there's no dead bodies outside. There's nothing moving inside either. All of them are
I guess
on
what I'm saying is like how good of a bottleneck is this gate? Would it work in our favor or would it not?
It would. Potentially. I mean, it would be quite hard to climb up and over it. I mean, one side of the gate is pushed down, the other still attached, but there is sort of a barricade there. It's a fairly defensible position.
So if we needed to, we could always fall back here and protect ourselves.
Yeah, so we'll leave the cart here for now.
The top of the gate is spiked as well, so it's not going to necessarily be easy to climb back on top of, unless you're somewhat dexterous.
Look,
Well, what I'm saying is that like if we need to go in here, this is like we need to clear
Place we
this.
run back to.
Well, what I'm saying is that like this gate would provide a good platform for like me and Yaris to use our ranged. Yeah.
Well, we're supposed to be meeting someone here. Not that
Yeah,
it looks
but-
like there's much chance.
Well, we need to get in, right?
Sorry, yours.
everybody is dead here, so who are we going to meet?
Our contact might not be. We don't know when this happened. It might have happened since. Might have happened before we were told to come out here. It might be why we've been told to come out here.
I don't know. I have a bad feeling about this.
We were
Yeah,
just
me
attacked
too.
by dead dials. Of course, I've got a bad feeling about this.
Unless one of you wants to try and sneak in and find our contact.
Sure, why not? What could go wrong?
Yeah, we can try and get over to the biggest building there.
Does any
Right.
structure look? Sorry.
As the group of you are discussing this, Oleg, you have a bad feeling in your tummy.
My bogan's acting up.
Oh no! What?
Every time something happened to the Grimwald did dumbs, or you were selfish, Rogel, my bogan would act up in my water.
Oh.
Oleg kind of looks like he's cramping a little.
Seemingly feeling a little bit nauseous, Oleg, you take a moment to gather yourself and survey your
Get ready
surroundings.
to blast anything that comes into sight.
Can Oleg grab Rogel by the scruff of his clothing and drag him back towards the gate?
You certainly can.
He does so then.
Okay.
Come, Rogel, we must leave now.
You're
forget
dragging
all
him
the
away,
prizes.
as in away from the gate, yeah?
As in to get back through the gate.
Okay, because
We
you've
didn't
not,
go through,
yeah,
I
you've
thought
not
we were
gone in
outside
yet.
still.
You're just basically stood on top of it, looking in. I assumed.
My bad. I thought
That's
we had
okay.
jumped down.
So I had you both as like in the archway, just sort of
Gotcha.
surveying inside. As you reach for Rogel, though, to bring him down, and you turn around and look back at the road where you come from, you realise why you were feeling uneasy. There weren't just 3 wolves, it would appear. There are more. And there are more than you had previously fought. In front of you, perhaps 100 yards away, are 5 of the same creatures.
Rogel, do you think you could use the gate as a ramp and jump the horse and cart through?
Can I?
Because we gotta go now. Doggos!
And he Oleg points behind them. Just to alert everybody.
We're not able to get the cart through. There's no way.
It's a hand cart. It's a small cart. Come on.
It is a handcart.
Dukes of Hazzard style ramp jump this thing.
It is a handcart. I would say a difficult... The thing is that horse has got to try and tread on a gate that has gaps and holes in it. So it's basically
That's why I
like
was saying
it's
there's no
basically a
way.
cattle trap. So you've probably got about 15 seconds
No, we're just
to
moving to the
think
gate.
of something to overcome that. But
Nope.
as you're
Grab what
looking
you
back,
can.
Oleg, you see another one step up to join the others. They seemingly waiting and gathering until there was a certain quantity of them. They start lurching forwards. Initially at a modest pace, which is probably the equivalent of someone sprinting at full pace, but they just look like they're sort of having a fairly...
Jog.
Yeah, a light jog for them, as if they're sort of following and getting ready for a final sprint.
Okay, well, at this point, Oleg's already warned everybody, so he's jumping down
Yep.
off of the gate.
Yeah, Troyes is following.
We're going in through.
Yep.
Okay.
He's been carrying all his stuff anyways. I don't remember what was in the cart.
Okay.
Hopefully cattle traps work for giant wolves.
Okay. So you
How far away you say they are from the cart now?
They were about 100 metres, and they would be with you in probably about 15 seconds if they keep up their current speed. It's not going to take
Actually,
long.
Rogel's gonna slap the horse.
Probably a
and
bit
set
less
it
even.
towards them.
Without the cart?
Without the cart.
Without the cart.
We'll take the cart in with us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Make me a easy dexterity test just to see how quickly you can get the reins off, get it detached. I just want to see if you fumble and I can do something creative, like kill you. But, we'll see. Now you're fine. You're able to quickly detach the horse, smack its arse, and it is off toward them for the best part of about 3 seconds until it realises what it's running toward, and then turns left 90 degrees and goes full pelt as fast as it can, which is seemingly about half the speed of a wolf, as pretty much all of them start making their way for the horse now. You have a few seconds.
I figured they were coming after food. All right, so let's get this cart through the gate, so we still have our stuff.
Right.
Even if we just dump it over the gate.
Yeah,
I would
basically.
stress now, unlike the music implies, you do not have long. You would guess that they're probably going to be on top of that horse in seconds, and it probably doesn't take many chomps to get through a horse. Maybe they'll be satisfied with a horse, who knows?
Who knows? Well, I'm going through.
What I'm saying is there is a degree of urgency to what you're doing. So
Bye.
you're trying to fit the cart through there, yeah? You're trying to actually sort of manhandle it up and in, yeah?
We could just grab armfuls of stuff and jump over.
Yeah, just grab the
Okay,
stuff and
grab the stuff and jump in.
Grab the stuff and jump
Fine.
in.
Easily done, no tests required. Quickly grabbing a bag each, supplies, couple of heave-hos. Seconds later, you can hear the screams of the horse letting out a few wails as it's taken down. That is lasting about 3 seconds before a complete silence. And you can hear vague growling noises in amongst, well,
Screaming.
occasional snarl. Who's the last person through? I don't know. Who's got the slowest?
Probably me.
Carl, as you are looking in just to see if they are following, yes, they are. The horse is in pieces and covered in blood from the front half of their face and muzzle in particular. They lock eyes with you.
Okay, we need to run fast. Find a building, anything.
Okay. You are inside.
Is there any buildings that have been obviously barricaded before, or can we get into them?
The buildings around you are... Some are missing walls, some are missing doors. Most of them are part rubble, part building. The one that seems to be the best fortified is the largest one in the middle, where you do notice the doors and windows are all boarded up. And there is certainly a large amount of dead on the outside of it, scattered around, some of them leaning up against it. Aside from that, there are other smaller buildings too, certainly. Plenty of...
But the doors are barricaded shut, so we can't just run over and yank the doors open.
There's a few bit you wouldn't know if the door's locked or what state it is on the inside, but there's certainly a few crates to move out the way. Right. Who's giving?
They're behind us.
Yeah. Who's giving the leadership role? What are you guys doing?
Oleg's already running for the building.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oleg's running
So
for the
is
big building.
Rogel.
Yep, I'll take off after them.
Right. Oleg's leading the charge straight towards the central building. You make your way forward. It is eerily quiet behind you. But seconds later, you make your way toward the coaching inn. You do see a vague picture of a very worn horse or rather a worn picture of a horse from the front of the building, a crossed pair of swords through it. There's about 5 crates in front, a variety of corpses littered on top of them in various sort of positions of people that are given up, I guess, is they're sort of draped over as if they're sort of resting on it. Or I say people, they're now a mixture of skeletons and decayed corpses. You quickly make your way through. Now, I assume, are you trying the front door? Are you going around the building? What's your plan?
Immediately trying the front door if possible. Is it a push-in or a swing-out? And you said there were crates in front of it, right?
Yeah, there are crates. So you can quickly run up to it and push on it, and you can tell that it's clearly barricaded from the other side as well. Only takes a second to ascertain that. Achaidh, as your door touches the handle, rather predictably, something touches you.
Ooh.
It's not a child.
You make me a cool test, please, Achaidh.
Challenging?
Yes. Good.
Oh, like does not.
So, let me find a better picture for this, just to bring this into full view. We'll go with...
Cue Hellraiser.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
We'll go with... I'm just going to try and find a good picture for this.
I would just like to state that even though it was a failure, it was an impressive failure.
It's the best kind of
Impressive,
failure.
right?
Okay, I'm just going to find a better picture. Meanwhile, the chat can enjoy all of the nice pictures we have. 9. We'll go with... I'm pretty sure I've got a better one than that. Let's have a look. No, we'll go with... Where the hell has my village ones gone? Top down-ish. Okay, for the sake of having a... Oh, you know what? Maybe that will do. No, one more. Give me a second. My apologies. Now would probably be... I'll tell you what. Should we have a 5 minutes?
Yeah.
We'll take 5.
5 works for me, yeah.
Yeah, that allows me to do some bits. And,
Keeping suspense longer.
yeah, exactly. The group will find out what grabbed Achaigh's leg in just a moment. So, hang with, chat. We'll be back in probably 5 minutes. It'll be a slightly shorter stream today. But, yeah, see you in a mo. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the second half of the stream. Oleg has just rushed with the group toward a large, what looks like defensible building within the middle of the town, and as he has touched the door and tried to push it open, something has touched his leg. Oleg, as you look down, rather predictably, one of the corpses is currently clutching with a decayed-looking skeletal fist around your ankle. And with that, we are going to do that thing which we all like to do, which is to roll initiative to see what will happen and who can do what in what order. Although, for some reason, I can't add people to the... if I add an encounter... someone help. I can't add anything to the initiative order.
We don't have any tokens.
That would be why.
No
Welcome
need to invoke the moon yet.
to how many dead there are currently around you. Right. This may be a little bit of a crunch.
Is each one of those a swarm?
Each one of those is a killer swarm which is poisoned and also ginormous. No, they're just dead things. Carl, you're up. You can see all around you at this point. Each of the corpses is gradually, very slowly, starting to twitch and move.
Rogel is gonna like R. Kelly this and pull out his gun and start firing.
You can use a point to...
Finger gun.
Are you skipping the initiative order?
Oh no. Where do I go?
Then you wait your turn. Good. Nah! Carl is the quickest to react here. I believe, anyway. Hang on, no, wait.
Nope.
It wasn't. Right, so, 1, 2... Okay, Rogel, actually, you're up first. 2 skeletons.
You've got a couple zeros.
Oh, let's roll the zeros. Oh, it's an Oleg. So what we do for the 0 is we modify one of the other ones to 0.1. Modify that, and then it puts everyone in order. There you go. Right. So, around you, Olegged, a few of these creatures start moving and twitching, beginning to get up. What would you like to do?
Scream like a little girl?
Yes. And on that, can you make me a cool test?
Absolutely.
Challenging, please.
Skill. Cool. Challenging. Failed.
Okay. Sticking with the roll?
Yeah, I'll re-roll it. Why not? I'll give it one shot. Yay.
Congratulations. You get to have a go as normal. What would you like to do?
Rogel looks like he's out of reach. So I guess Oleg's gonna smack the one next to it that has a shield.
Mm-hmm.
That guy. Yep. Normal.
You will get a plus 20 to attack it.
Oh.
It is on the floor in front of you right now, slowly getting up. So.
Oh, which one grabbed him?
We can say the one you're attacking.
Okay. Cool. So I will change that to average then.
Mm-hmm. And a poor test to defend. Wow, an exceptionally good roll by it, though. You still win, which is good. And you still deal a bit of damage. And you gain 1 advantage. Right. Congratulations. Rogel, what would you like to do? Rogel is targeting one of the corpses, beginning to move, I assume. Can't hear you if you're talking, but I see the purple dot.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm just figuring. All right, so challenging
Yes.
because they're all laying on the ground.
Well, if you're casting spells, it doesn't make a difference. Because you're not rolling to hit them with magic, you're just rolling to cast the spell.
Is the winds of magic any different here than
Yeah,
it
it's still
was
plus
in
20.
Okay. Alright.
Decent roll, 2 overcasts.
There's
that
2
is-
guys right behind him.
Yep.
So like these bottom 3.
Yep, so let's see how much damage that is. 10, 7. Okay. 5. Okay, nice. You're able to send 3 darts into them. The corpses shudder for a few seconds and continue to move. Although seemingly one of them in a couple of pieces now. One of your darts tearing it in 2. Theo is just in between all of you, cowering right now. Carl, it's you to go next.
Are there any that have got up at this point, or are they just
They are
stirring
all
still?
getting up as we speak.
Okay. I'll just go for the nearest one to be then.
Okay,
So,
plus 20
Using the-
for your swing.
hammer side of the pick. Oh, that was terrible.
Oh dear. Let's
I'll
see how
reroll
he
that.
does.
Oh, yeah, go on then. But
You may still
reroll
win.
that.
Oh no, not quite. 2
Right,
very good
nice.
rolls by the scallywags.
I shall reroll them. Oops. Helps for target.
Right,
does-
I believe in you.
There we go.
Right, there we go. Roll and a roll and a roll and a roll. And apply damage. Right, a decent job. Landing your blade into it, it shudders as you tear a few of the bones off of it, but this skeletal thing continues to move toward you. By the way, Carl, technically you've not moved towards them and they've not moved towards you, but given the situation, can you both make me a cool test? And we'll do Yoris as well now, because it's your turn. Yes, please. Cool test for everyone. Cool tests all round.
Done.
Okay, good. Not so hot for Yoris. And Rogel.
Nope.
Rogel's fine. Right, Yoris, what are we up to? We currently have a couple of broken conditions.
Hang on. Just a second. I use a resolve to remove a condition.
Yep. Yeah, it's only fear, so sure. Although you did fail by 3, so you have multiple conditions. But you can make yourself immune to it for this round.
You get the number of conditions you fail by. Oh, okay.
Although
No,
I think that's actually that might just be terror. Let me just double check. We'll bring up fear. Fear rating with supernatural creatures equal rating to its rating. When you're subject to fear, -1 on all tests to affect the source of your fear. You may not move closer to or causing fear without passing a challenging cool test. If it comes closer to you, you must get a challenge or again a broken condition. No, okay, it's just one condition, so you can remove it. I'm thinking of terror. So
Okay.
you're no longer feared. Over to you.
Then I attack. Oh, what's that?
Oh, that's a ruler.
Then I attack this skeleton.
Okay.
Oh, I know why it is.
You're doing some weird measure ruling
Yeah.
stuff at the moment.
When the function to target and my push to talk are doing that.
I see. Right, -3 for it. Plus 20 for you. Well, you still won. That's the good news. Just. Okay. You gain yourself 1 advantage. Right. Now, because you've not been attacked yet, I'm not going to count you as being outnumbered. But by the end of this round, you will count as being outnumbered for the purpose of losing advantage. Because none of them have technically sort of attacked, they've just been being attacked while helpless. Right, Carl. First of them finishes standing up and moves in towards you to take a swing. It is... Let's see how we do here. Oh, fuck me.
Ooh!
It's nice knowing you, Carl.
You do have one advantage there.
Carl.
You have an advantage, so your modifier will be 10 to defend, and you have a shield. So I have some. Okay, -1. Okay. So where does it hit you? Right arm. Do you have any armor on your right arm? Let's have a look at your character
Well, you can
quick.
just run the calculator and see how much damage it would do.
Yeah, I'm just doing this for the crit effect to see if he wants to take it or not. You do...
Muted. I'm only wearing a leather jerkin.
Because you're defending with your shield, you can allow your shield to absorb this blow if you wish. It will reduce your shield's effectiveness by 1.
Well, I'm probably going to re-roll anyway, so...
Okay. Well, have a reroll first. You're taking the crit either way, though, so this is a choice you'll have to make as to whether or not you want to take the critical or burn an armor point.
Right. It was him. No, that was even worse.
You can take a corruption point for another reroll. It's up to you.
What did it roll? I'm going to burn the shield, the point of the shield for the crit then.
Yep. Shield 1. Combat. Talents. I'll let you fiddle with your sheet for a second. Are you re-rolling that again, or are you keeping it?
No, I'll take a corruption then.
Let's have at they.
Who was it?
Big decisions today, man.
Big decisions.
There we go.
There we go. That's what you needed. Now, you do still take the damage from the crit, which is the only thing. So you will take just one wound.
Okay.
You basically also gain advantage, or you get hit but then deal hit. Yeah, so you've taken 1 damage. What we'll say is I'll keep you at 1 advantage because you've taken some damage, but you've also inflicted some on the same turn.
Yep.
So we'll do that against... Oh my fucking god.
I've already put the 1.
Yeah, I'm just calculating damage.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Right. Oh no, he was attacking you, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was attacking me.
Yeah, okay. Whoops. Okay. He's back in action. Right. Well, you're alive. Yay! Yoris, how's it going?
So far, so good, I guess.
Yeah.
Let's go for that 3rd fate point.
Yep.
There we go. That's another positive. Just about. Well, no, it's a zero. Oh, Yoris.
Oh, you're re-rolling that.
Oh, take all corruption points if you need. Yay, he lives. Okay, successfully defend against it. You're up to 2 advantage now. Right, you are alive. And I know we could count them as swarms, but, you know, this will be fun. Lurching towards you, Rogel. Coming in is a little scallywag. Now, it is larger than you. You can dodge normally, or with a weapon it's -20, the usual caboodle. Damn, they're rolling really well. You're rolling better. Okay. Standard dodging from dodging from gnomes. Oleg, it's you to go. This is looking a little hairy.
Asterisk.
So there's no chance of getting through that door, right?
You'll need to make some space, basically. You've probably got 3 around you. If you kill them, then you could probably start to back off and try and barge through the door or break it in. but you're going to have to move the crates first and then wiggle it.
Well, then we'll just have to smack the one we can smack.
Yeah, you get the impression you need to fight first, either way.
Still a modifier because it's on the ground, or
That one's not stood up yet, technically, so plus 20.
Oh, okay. With the advantage. Excellent. Then...
Oh no, it stood up last turn, sorry. No, my mistake, yeah. Yeah, they're all up now.
Advantage.
They're just lurching toward you.
Okay.
Yep, just your advantage. Nice. Oh, so close. I want you to do it. I want you to win. Just kill one of them.
Nope.
Rogel, go. Go, Rogel. Do the thing.
And I pull out my gun.
Pull out an SMG right now. Right.
All right. I didn't get that. 2.
10 darts, 1 from each fingertip.
Or you have blast, right?
I do have blast, and it. Okay, so blast. Oh, I gotta actually look up how big of an AOE it is.
It's a willpower bonus.
I think it's willpower bonus yards. Yeah, so 6 yards in AOE.
I would say you could get the 4 right at the bottom with it, or you could get each of the flanks with it. But if you do it in the melee brawl, it's gonna be.
Well, in the vein of self-preservation, I'm gonna get the 4 at the bottom.
Yeah, like that would for where you are would be the most logical target because you have a lot of them right now looking at you. Right. That'll do. And so 13 damage, and that will be. So how much goes through? Damage applied 8. Right, so that one and that one are dead. Okay, that one and that one are pretty unhealthy right now. I'll let you adjust your advantage as you wish.
It's an arcane spell, and it's but that means that it's considered Lure of Shadows for this effect, so it ignores all non-magical armor points.
Non-magical armor points. Whoa, yeah. 1 more damage and they would have died. Okay. 2 of them down there are so nearly close to dying. That's all I'll say. Like, if that blast was a little bit bigger, either way,
just a tiny bit.
Pretty impressive. Carl. Something's going to take a swing at you.
Which, do you want me to target it back, or is there one to target?
It doesn't matter which one you target at this point, because you're not attacking it. Nicely done. Managed to gain yourself another advantage. You are hanging in there and still alive, somehow. Congratulations. Where are you, Monsieur Zombie? Ah, you're dead. Congratulations. We will remove you. That one can't attack from where it is. It's going to lurch around and basically wait its turn. This one is going to move in. And Rogel. Jabby jab. Comes in. Oh dear. Charges at you. Lunges toward with a small rusted sword in hand. Excellent.
So who wins? Would I win or would he win?
Bear with me a second, because
I still get the critical either way, but I still want to not take damage.
Slash major miss slash roll. How do we roll on custom tables in this? Right. So the bad news, Rogel, is that in a corrupted area, any roll with an 8 on it counts as a miscast. If you roll 2 8s, it's a major miscast. So, your spell will go off. We'll take yours as you went first. Probably. Okay, so your roll was fortunately a lot better than mine. We'll go with the first of the two. 1d10 hours, fine. We'll figure that out in a moment, but you're going to smell really bad. 3 hours you're going to smell for. This is what we need to know right now. Dodge is, well, let's see how we do there. Skeleton started the opposed test against Rogel. Rogel won. However, the crit will apply. Do you have any armour at all?
No.
Okay, a minor cut, 1 wound on your head. That's not too bad, actually. Oh, and 1 bleeding condition. 20, which will reset your advantage, however. And
No.
I put flaming bleeding because it looks cool. That one's going to wait its turn. It can't get through. That one's going to wait its turn. It can't get through. This one is had its turn. This one is going to lurch forward and Yoris.
Yes.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Do you have any armour on your right arm?
I have a leather jacket.
Right, would you like to get a bleeding condition on your head, or would you like to burn the armour point?
I'll use a resolve to not get.
Okay, so remove the condition. Cool. Now I think, though... Yep, you do still take a whack. That definitely hurt a bit. Right. Legs. You're going to take a whack. From the back. As one of the zombies stands up, club in hand, and takes a swing towards your left arm. You find yourself pretty much surrounded.
Alright. So how will I be making my defensive rolls for this?
You will... I will say it's evident that you knew you would be surrounded, so you would be... Just roll
difficult?
as normal. Just roll as normal.
Challenging, okay. They don't get outnumbering?
They did, but
Okay.
you don't get any... It's a bonus for them, it's not a penalty for you. Very nice. Well done. And we're going to have that one, can't get in combat. That one's going to move, wait its turn. That one is going to swing. And am I still going to roll well? Yay! And one more defensive roll for you, O-legged. Very nice again. Capped on your advantage. Very, very nice. Zombie here moves up to wait its turn. Carl, it's you to go.
Right, I still have my advantage, don't I?
Ooh.
Or do I not?
You do indeed.
Okie dokie.
I think you had 1, but it says 2, so you have 2. I'm not sure.
I don't know where a second one's come from.
We'll pop you back on 1.
But it's 1, yeah.
Right, so one's in front of you. I would strongly suggest killing it.
Yep, that's exactly what I'm going to try and do.
Right. Will we finally... Oh my word.
Wow. These skeletons are better than the witch hunter.
Yes. You cleave straight through it, swiping it in 2. And now, my friend, you gain an advantage. You gain 2 advantage, in fact. And you can have another attack. We're going to use a death blow.
Ah, fantastic.
So you get another attack. You can attack anything on that square. So you stepped forward onto its square. You've got 2 zombies in front of you.
The one I'm targeting then.
Okay. Bibbidi bobbidi. Oh, come on. 5 SL, damage 13. Okay. There we go. You're capped on advantage. Yoris, it's you to go. You've got one that's taken a blast already and is in a few pieces next to you. Yes.
I want to target the one directly on the right of me.
Okay.
But I can target the zombie and the other skeletons, but not the...
This one that I'm moving.
Yeah.
Yep, you're already targeting it.
Oh, okay.
Fire away. You still using a dagger, by the way?
Yeah, the silver thing.
Good-o. That has less hit points than I have put down then. Over to you. Right. You cleave it in 2. Swiping clean through with your dagger. You go straight through where you expected spine was, severing the thing in 2. You are now free to step forward and make another attack.
I will do so. I get an advantage from that, right?
Yes, you do. You hit and you killed. 2 advantage. Okay, and oh, could this be?
Nice.
Yes. Swiping straight through again. You swing. What's your weapon skill bonus? You can do it one more time, so you have one more attack to make.
Another zombie, I think.
Up towards the steps or down south?
Yep. No.
Up the steps. Yep, this one's basically climbing up the steps, trying to lurch, sort of make its way on top. Roll away. Got you 3 advantage now. Yep, yeah. I topped you up. Okay.
Just call it dead, man.
Nice. +3, -5, definitely dead. And you're able to sort of get on top of the steps, just the other side of Oleg, who's being attacked. Swiping through another one. Now meaning that Oleg's... How would you describe what you just did?
Just wildly chopping like a madman. Just
possessed by
swinging
this
left
silver
and right,
dagger.
and stabbing and just going completely...
Swinging left and right.
Like
Beautiful.
in the movie Yellowbeard.
Oleg.
Yes, sir.
Actually, no. At the sight of something flailing like a madman, Yoris. Something was about to lurch at Oleg, but causing quite the distraction. I will let you roll. Successfully defending. Congratulations. One steps in to join in the fray with Carl. One steps in down here to start climbing over the fence. Next to you, Oleg, something takes a swing. And fumbles. Here we go. The tables have turned.
Ooh. Its hand falls off and its weapon drops.
Oh, okay. So, well, you definitely won. Loses its next move action. Well, okay. Bit anticlimactic. Right. That skeleton's dead. Remove. Oleg, it's up. You up first.
I need to smack this guy again.
Yes, you definitely do.
So Oleg lets out like a warble of a war yell something sounding similar to the word boats.
Okay. That will definitely be enough. You cleave straight through it, into its head. The skull just splits open. You find yourself having enough momentum to step forward and swing again. I think I should just call that one dead, but... yep. 90... Yeah, definitely dead. You're at the top here. You're with Yoris. You can... What's your weapon skill? 36?
4.
46,
So
yep. 2 more times.
Go another time.
-6 for that. That is... Even with a +2, you got critical, which is a broken jaw, which I think is like another 4. Yeah, definitely another one dead. One more.
You and Yoris, man, just saved yourselves.
Yeah, that is... Nice. How would you describe what just happened? Because I don't know how to.
So as Oleg was letting out his just warbling, almost incomprehensible war cry that only the mentally touched can give after everything he's been through.
Yep.
He just starts swinging his boat hook around above his head, almost like a propeller, and every now and then it smashes down into a zombie or a skeleton, and then comes back up and he swings it around again. He's just not even attempting any type of finesse at this point. He's just brutally clubbing away.
It definitely worked. Rogel. Blade comes from behind another skeleton down toward you. Dice seemingly having turned, easy for you to dodge out of the way. Like the sneaky thing that you are. And it's you to go now. You have 3 of them right in front of you.
I'm actually going to take a step back and try and dodge whatever may come.
Sure. There are 2 of them you're dodging out of.
Okay.
You can lose that one advantage if you like, and just step back for free.
No, I'm good.
Okay. Weapon. There's one.
And I'll re-roll that.
And... yeah, it is a crit, though.
Oh no, another freaking crit.
Which means you do get, dramatic injury. 1 wound on the head, a fine wound across the forehead and cheek, gain 1 bleeding condition once the wound is healed, impressive scar. Okay. Yes, you are now bleeding 2. So, yeah, you're losing the advantage either way. Okay. But you don't take the hit. So... you avoided most of the damage, but you did take a knock to the forehead as you try and get out. Right. What would you like to do?
And I was trying to farm some advantage. It's like a cast blast instead of dart. But I guess I'm casting dart. I really did want to cast dart.
Dart away. And...
there, I hit 5 of them.
right. 1, 2... 15 damage, 14, 13, 12... 3, 4, 5. There you go. And now you lose. Now you lose 2 wounds because you're bleeding.
I'm gonna get an impressive scar. That's gonna give me to social tests. Oh yeah, he's gonna be scarred now.
Theo is trying to hide behind a crate. Carl is being outnumbered. -3. Carl, one dodge, please. Or whatever you want to do, rather. A successful for you. Goody gumdrops. Right. Another zombie comes swinging at you, Carl. It's all in for Carl. They do technically outnumber you at the moment. +4. Well done. Carl hangs in. Let's go to... Carl, it's your go.
Aha. Right. See if I can finish that one in front of me. Am I still on 3 advantage?
Yes.
Ah.
Especially after all those dodges. That's 10 damage. Not a great roll,
crit?
but you did do a crit. So let's see what the crit is.
Oh,
5 wounds.
beautiful.
Very nice. If they roll badly, then they're dead. Yep. Well, they're dead either way, actually. So you swing through that one with ease. And you like that roll, I guess.
I can't re-roll it unless I want to take corruption.
Not quite enough to take it down. Nearly. Not quite. Skeleton, skeleton, skeleton. Ah. That one now gets to attack you in response. With a slight bonus, seeing as there's 3 of them now on top of you. But
Yep.
Carl is in his elements.
Rolling that natural one.
Sorry, Yoris. It's you to go again.
Can I charge one?
You certainly can. Off you go. Off you go. Right, you're already capped on advantage, so 13, and see if he rolls badly. Okay. Nearly cleaving him through. Still moving, still twitching, still looking like he's wanting to fight back. Oleg, what are you up to?
Any more room to charge down there?
I would say with how everyone's positioned, pretty tough.
Okay.
But they look like they got it in the bag.
All right. So Oleg's gonna start looking at the door, moving boxes out of the way,
I would
whatever.
point out, Oleg, as you're looking toward the fight, surveying whether or not to run in, this was only the ones immediately in your vicinity.
Okay.
The entire town has come to life. Sort of.
Yay.
And is lurching toward you.
So yeah, Oleg is going to again start investigating that door.
Okay, let's have an athletics test, just to
Sure.
get all the crates out of the way. See if you're able to do it this turn, or if it will take you until next turn.
Drop my advantage or keep it?
Keep
I
it.
think
We're still in combat, so this advantage is basically right now as much adrenaline as you've ever had in your life, currently coursing through your veins. You are able to shove all of the boxes out of the way, some of which are fully loaded full of grain, although it smells like it's way, way off, and start hammering on the door, which gives an inch. But you're going to need a hand with opening it.
Okay.
Next turn, if you pass another test, you would basically make it through. Rogel, it's you to go.
Okay. Well, I'm bleeding. I should probably figure out something to do with that. I think bleeding can only be removed with healing, right?
Yes, you can bandage yourself mid-combat with the Dexterity Test, which is average difficulty.
Yeah, I can do that. Let's try that. I'm gonna back away a little bit and bandage myself.
Roger, roger.
You said that was a dexterity check? Okay. Average. Okay.
Nice. You remove your bleeding conditions. You are okay. Right, let's see who's attacking first here. We've got 2 attacks. One on Yoris. Yep, 1 dodge for Yoris. 1 dodge for Carl. Okay. Ooh,
Oh no, Yoris.
that's a hit on Yoris, and that's a pass on Carl. Although, yeah, I know you don't have a shield. And we're taking that hit, I assume.
Where is it?
body.
Yeah, it just puts you over.
I have one.
Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. Right arm. It looks like.
Right arm, yeah.
What did the skeleton roll?
The skeleton rolled. It was the.
Above you, 38 versus 24.
Yeah, it was 1 SL in at 13 against 25.
So it's 6 damage. Yeah, I can still take it.
Well, it wins by 1 SL. It's 8 damage in total. So 5 makes it through after your toughness bonus,
Oh, okay.
which is
I'll re-roll. I'll use
okay.
thingy.
Oh,
Divine
Okay.
intervention.
alternatively, if you gave plus 1 SL, you'd be left with 1 hit point.
Nah, I'll.
Go for the reroll. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. Right. Now, Carl and Yoroslav just both make me an attack. You 2 of them are basically dead. And the zombie rolls -3.
+6 and a
forgot the
+8.
target.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So basically, 2 of them there that are low health, you guys are just going to cleave through and take down, hacking away at its remaining limbs that are still attached until it's in pieces, before both dog piling onto the final one, which is down. You probably have about 10-15 seconds as the rest of the town is currently lurching toward you. Meanwhile, you can hear Oleg trying to batter down a door, and he's making some ground.
But if you
wanna
break the
pile it
door,
up?
how are we going to seal it?
From what you can tell, Oleg, every time you're shoving, there's a box the other side, and you're gradually like shoving the box along the floor, or a crate rather, not a box.
Does it feel like the door is going to break on me while I'm pushing it?
Seems okay.
Or does it feel sturdy enough?
This is a good tavern door.
All right. Oleg would like to give it another heave.
Yep. Make me... no, you're fine. You've got the entire group coming to help at this point. You guys are able to collectively push open this door, in which you find a notable amount of barrels and crates have been put up against these doors to keep things out. And you're able to close the door behind you, placing the barricade back where it was.
That obviously wasn't good enough, so let's put some more stuff there.
Right. Let's end some music.
Congrats on not dying, guys. That was great.
Yeah.
Now we might die from whatever's in here. Oh yeah, we're definitely gonna die to whatever's in here. Look at this mess of a place.
Okay.
I've seen dirtier temples.
All of the
I've seen bloodier temples too. That's true.
all of the furniture in the inside has been pretty much moved to the edges to form barricades. There is blood, there is guts. There's a couple people on the floor, but most of them decayed and hacked to pieces. And ahead, at one table, is a lone figure sat at a desk. Or what appears, not a desk, a table. Appears to be holding a pint.
An altar.
Nope, just a table.
Oh, okay.
It looks like a chapel, but this is probably like a drinking hall. It's just all of the tables have been chucked around and sort of... there aren't any candles in here, so just imagine no candles. Probably would have been used for the occasional ceremony as well. A multi-purpose hall.
Okay. So who is this guy? Am I gonna have to pull up my gun?
Well, it looks like he's probably been dead a year or two or more. There's a few
Sniff,
bits of
sniff.
flesh left on him. Dressed
Is he
in...
one of them there? I got magic, so I'm gonna reanimate dudes.
Using your winds... Use your windy spell for me and let's have a look at him.
Use my do my sniff.
Yeah,
Okay,
do have a sniff just to see what you see. Everyone else currently barricading the door and just getting everything secure. Okay. He does not have any form of weird sort of hum to him.
Okay, that's good. So, all right. This is weird.
So-
Why is he sitting there with a cup?
Well,
Dead.
this is the position that he seemed to have died in. As far as you can tell, he... in front of or rather on the table in front of him, aside from the glass, there's not much else to see. The clothing is still relatively in pieces. There's a few cuts and scrapes on the clothing itself. There does appear to be some staining of blood around him. That's not too unusual, given that there's blood pretty much everywhere in here.
Can we tell what killed him still? Or is it is he really old? His corpse?
You can if you poke around a little bit.
Alright.
So as you go closer, you realise that underneath his throat there is a large gash. And down by his side is a knife on the floor.
So, what? Isn't he in the position to think that he cut his own throat?
It would be a reasonable conclusion.
Had his last drink, cut his throat.
It would be a conclusion. Fairly reasonable.
This guy doesn't happen to have a scar on his cheek, does he?
He does.
Fantastic.
What about a crooked knee?
Currently sat down, but one looks a bit more crooked than the other.
And
Oh,
dark
boy.
hair.
I guess her contact died. No job. Go home.
Nothing boat specific in sight, right?
Nothing boat specific. Not that you can see. No, not that you can see.
Well, actually,
Fella has
Devoid
to
of
ask.
boats.
There is a lot of wood.
the roof in these kinds of buildings are made the same way as boats.
True.
Okay, so Oleg's busy studying the roof. then.
Yeah,
Vaulted ceiling.
as you're looking up, Oleg, you get the impression that you're on the ceiling of a boat looking down. That's what it reminds you of.
Soothing.
We barricaded the door by this point.
Yes,
Yeah,
you
we
are
did that.
joining in with the others.
So, has he got... He's not holding anything other than... notes or anything?
He's got a jacket that he's wearing. He has a little satchel with him. There is a satchel on his sort of slung over his side, sort of like a medieval bum bag, or a fanny pack, as you Americans like to call it. Horrible word.
I was going to
Have
say
a
a
quick-
bum bag is a diaper.
Yeah. Well, fanny means something very different here, so we've each got our own things. Yeah. So, are you rummaging? Who's rummaging?
I'll rummage through it, see if there's any paperwork that I can throw to Rogel.
Right, Carl. You find a notepad, or a diary, or something. It's got writing in it. You're learning to read, and you've got the hang of some vowels, but rather than spend a week deciphering this code, Rogel would probably do a quicker
Just
job.
hand it to Rogel.
Rogel. He does appear to have kept some form of diary. Not potentially the safest thing for a spy to do.
I'm going to immediately go to the last entry.
Okay. He has written some goodbyes and for a message to be passed to his family, to which he places an address and a name within Altdorf. The entry before his goodbyes seems to be, let's say, the more relevant. He concludes that he's been investigating the goings-on around here. There had been rumours at the time that the dead had been walking around the foot of Drachenfels, and he had concluded that there was a crypt where the first dead that he could find had been spotted. He had made it halfway inside with some degree of luck, having had to fight against a few of the horrors inside. He was not able to get deep enough to figure out where they were coming from, or how they were coming, or why, or ascertain any answers. He suspects it leads into Drachenfels, but he was not able to conclude what or why or how, nor was he able to seal it. He was simply overrun.
All right, so I'm just going to assume that his mission is our mission?
Assuming you have a little bit more of a read through and a little bit more of a dig through this.
Well, if we have the time, if they're not like busting down the gate, I'm going to keep reading.
There is a gentle patter against the walls at the moment, but after about a couple of minutes, it falls down to silence again. You get the impression that the dead have
Give it up.
started playing dead again.
Do we hear wolves at all?
No. They seemingly didn't join in inside the town. You're not sure quite what or how, having ran away, but you're not sure. Rogel, as you continue to read through, you do gain... he seemed to have a theory that there was something causing them to leave there, something they were searching for or something, some sort of purpose to this. He didn't believe in fate and was determined to try and explore what was going on inside the castle, as he believed that there was a purpose to this, but he could not figure out what that was, and that was the reason for him going inside, basically. So, as to whether or not you would conclude that as your mission, that is up to you. But that was his. Or that was his ambition, at the very least. To ascertain the reason that the dead had started rising. What was causing it, why they were leaving, what they were going out for. He's not sure.
I'm just going to make the case that his mission is our mission because our hirers intended for us to assist him in whatever it was that he was doing, so we might as well just pick up where he left off.
Yes,
and try and
but
figure out what's causing all this here.
when he sent for us, I am assuming that there were a lot more people alive. Maybe now we should just, get the hell out of here and call in the knights or something. I don't know.
Why?
I don't know.
We obviously can handle those little skeletons a lot better than we can handle the wolves, and leaving would require us fighting the wolves rather than fighting more the little skeleton.
That is true.
And I'm not about to abandon this task because it is what will be saving my brother Ginvald.
Yeah.
So I cannot run away in good conscience because he is of my blood.
Did you see anything in that diary about us, Rogel?
No, I didn't, but I can keep reading it to see if I can find anything. But I don't think he knew that we were on the way.
I'm going to look if there's anything we can use on in here on these.
Certainly.
I also don't think he would have slit his own throat if he knew that he was getting if he was waiting on reinforcements.
He probably killed himself after barricading in here and having to kill his friends that were left inside.
Oleg points to the dismembered corpses.
And if he killed himself here, then that probably means there's no easy way out of this building other than through everything that's outside.
It's true.
So we are trapped until we starve to death, or we fight our way to wherever we need to go.
But press forward. That's what I say. But we could stay here and rest up. It seems like they're leaving us alone for the time being.
That would certainly be a good idea in the short term. Is there anything else useful on this guy's body, by the way?
He had a dagger. He has a leather jerkin, which is a little bit crusty from very old blood. But aside from that, relatively intact. Some fairly reasonable boots. Just mainly the clothing he's wearing. There's no sign of any food left. One would presume that went a long time ago.
Nobody of the victims has any money or anything?
Oh, you could certainly look around the... there's a couple of hand weapons throughout them. So a couple have... one has a mace, one has a hammer. It's mostly sort of farming equipment that's been converted. These guys... You're not quite sure who they are or what their purpose is. They've been here for longer, you would assume, though. Their bodies are somewhat decomposed. More than his, at least. His might be weeks. Yours, probably, the ones you're looking at now, maybe a year? Maybe longer? Who knows? Make me an intuition check, just to see how much you're able... Because quite a few of them are in pieces, to see how well you're able to sift through all of the...
Just regular?
We'll make it easy, because you can take your time to sort of sift through it all.
Modifications? Modifiers, I mean?
Yeah, easy. You get 4 pennies.
Is there anything else?
Inside, a little bit of silverware. There's some tankards. It's a bar. There doesn't seem to be any booze behind it. No, in a word.
Is there any other rooms to this place?
There is. There is sort of a back room, which, poking your head around as you go to explore, you can see a rear door being barricaded with some form of bookshelf or shelving unit that's been placed against it. Large amount of boxes and crates again. Doesn't seem to be much in the way of provisions here. This place has been long abandoned.
Glad I brought food.
Indeed. And on that note, I think it's probably a good time to wrap up today, as you are resting up in this new location, deciding your fates, and feeling somewhat safe, weirdly. It's probably the safest you've been
Feeling
for quite a
safer than
while.
if we were to walk through that door, you know?
Well, right now there's less people that want to kill you here than most other towns, so...
It's true, it's true.
It is a wooden floor, it's not a dirt floor, right?
It's a wooden floor, yeah.
There's a proper foundation.
It seems pretty solid. There's no subsidence that you can see. Yeah, the flooring seems to be pretty good condition. No one's going to fall through and die. Maybe.
I was thinking of stuff coming up from underneath.
Yeah. Right, okay, yeah. No, you don't hear anything underneath. Outside, deathly quiet. Not a single peep.
Don't direwolves have unlimited endurance, so they could just dig and dig?
Probably. Yeah, probably. Right, and on that note, we're going to say goodbye to the stream, and we'll see you all in a couple of weeks, and take care of yourselves in the meantime. Stay safe, and all of that. Thank you for the players for dropping on by.
Thank you for everybody that viewed.